The Magic Podcast. Hosted by Lloyd Barnes and Craig Petty. Your all-access, behind-the-scenes insight into the current happenings of the magic industry. Where Craig and Lloyd will thrust themselves deep inside your ears every Wednesday to rant, dissect, and give you their raw and unfiltered views on the art of magic. So, lock your door, take out your deck, and brace yourself for the Magic Podcast.
Welcome back to the Magic Podcast, officially the first Magic Podcast where it's no longer a duo, it's a trio. I am here with the Welsh Wonder Wizard himself, the man that every sheep around the world fears and quivers in their fluffy little boots, the one and only Lloyd Barnes, and the sister fucking weird-ass motherfucker from Miami, the one and only Pig Cake. How you doing, guys?
Yeah.
I wish that you would have said, yeah, go ahead. Fuck you. You do your bit first.
No, go. It's fine. I was just gonna say we've adopted a little retarded surrogate son, and I love it.
I wish that you would have said, oh, here's Lloyd, you know, the goat fucking whatever man from Wales, a pointless country and a more bigger pointless country. And then you have the sheep that he fucks. Me. I'm the sheep that Lloyd is sticking his little Welsh dinky in. That would have been the better bit.
You're currently being Pete Turner's sheep, aren't you, Pig Cake?
I'm still being Pete Turner's sheep. I mentioned right before we started the show that Peter decided to want to eat some nice food, and I made a mistake of eating chicken and waffles. And right now I'm currently refueling on electrolytes. And if I leave and stand up at any portion during this wonderful recording that is taking place at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to probably be shooting liquid out of my my front side. So actually, you know what? I'll stay here. And I'll just yak all over my fucking computer because I'll make for great YouTube content. Fuck.
I'm glad that you're permitting this.
Continuing on with the theme of yakking on people's computers, we're about to make people do that right now, I think. We have some breaking news, and I know there was literally one post saying that people don't want us to talk about the unnamed magician saga anymore.
It is the story that never dies. It's the story
that never dies. But we do have some exclusive breaking news. 49 minutes ago, I was sent 2 videos. What are you doing, Pete Turner's cumrag?
I don't know what I just pressed. Honestly, I'm in a fugue state. Dude,
you 1 minute you were like this big, and then you shrunk like Ant-Man. It's like
and then
you released a queef, and you just went deflated. Oh, and now he's up close again. So
I hate it.
Spotify.
Yeah, for people listening to this on Spotify, it's great content when you say what it is that's happening, or when something's happening on video. For them, they must enjoy that.
Okay, what happened is I visually watched Pig Cake in front of my eyes turn into piglet cake. He just shrunk.
That's not that
look how
difficult.
dribbled out of him.
Okay, all right. And just before you mention anything about the breaking news, it's funny that you guys started with what I see online referred to as the R slur. Yeah, you're talking about goat fucking, and I'm talking about having really aggressive sex with a black man. And I read nonstop comments when I was going through the podcast that I was on because of my ego, and a couple of the comments were like, "Oh, wow, this would be a much better show if they didn't start it off every time by having a disclaimer where they say, oh, we're different on this show than on other forms of media on YouTube." But I just found that interesting because in the episodes that I have watched of you guys, which is not a lot to be honest,
no one does. No one watches this shit.
It does have that disclaimer in most episodes that you guys go, yeah, we're just cool and unhinged, dude. We're just fucking wild here, bruh.
We're so random, lol. Smiley face emoji. The problem is, the more we do it, the more they complain, and they keep watching in every video the same ones who complain in every video. They're like, oh, I wish they wouldn't start off by saying cunt more times than they actually say cunt in real life. It's like, fucking hell, you dumb cunt. You don't know us in real life. Anyway, who cares about this? Yeah. We're gonna change the topic, right? We're gonna do something we don't do. we're not going to start off with 10 minutes of just explaining ourselves how we actually swear in person more than on camera. But we're going to stay on topic, and we're going to play an exclusive video. None of us have watched it yet. I got sent 2 videos 49 minutes ago.
You've only sent me one of them, by the way. I've got one queued up. I haven't got the other one.
Yeah, because I didn't want to jump the gun.
Okay.
So this whole saga, to summarize, anybody who's jumping in at this point, a guy called Unnamed Magician posted 2 videos of within each one there was multiple performances, or one video was one performance, the next was 3 performances in a row to some like kid of him doing the most perfect looking open prediction plot, and he was selling it for $100 on pre-order, and there was some caveats to it that made it look really shady as an offer, as in he said that you may not get it if he decides to pull out and you don't get refunded, blah blah blah. The JERX ran a story on it and being like, hey, first of all, those performances look way too good to be true. They look impossible, and I think he's trying to scam everyone. On top of that, I have insider knowledge that the Unnamed Magician has confirmed to somebody the method of the trick is not what he's advertising. The Unnamed Magician comes back and says, that's crazy because I've never taught the method to anyone. So your source is incorrect. And I'm refunding everyone because I've been made a private offer to sell it. And that private offer is kind of like crazy money. The JERX come back and says, I'm gonna outbid that guy's offer and give you an extra $5,000 because I know you're talking shit. So if the terms are not met, I don't pay you the money, kind of thing. Wasn't in the secret. And he said, okay, let me go and speak to the offer, the other guy, and tell him that you're outbidding him. He did. The other guy raised his offer, I believe.
Yeah, they went back and forth a bit. Yeah.
And then the JERX pulled out before continuing on with the situation. All the while, there was discussion back and forth, and the Unnamed Magician was saying, well, I'm sorry, your source is wrong. He's lied to you because nobody has confirmation of this method. And I know you're hinging all your blog posts on that, but give us the proof, kind of thing. And everyone said that the JERX is insinuating, I think, and everyone or other people are insinuating that the method was that he had to pre-show the performance, that he had to have a card selected beforehand, and that would cue the person performing it to stop on that pre-selected card each time, and that's why it looked so good. So basically, it came down to, and for the record, I think that the only reason I kind of got involved or interested is because I thought it was such a weird stance for the JERX to take to say that the method was impossible, because I think it's much more possible and plausible that he had a method. Pitkick even came up with a method and shared it or posted a performance of it, not to the exact specifics, but within a few minutes you come up with something by half thinking of it.
Dude, because I'm a fucking legend. Yo, that's why.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, it came down to, after all that, it was like, well, there's basically one way to settle this for each party. The JERX posts his proof of the conversation that he had confirmation of the method. And that would kind of like, well, if this guy is friends with the Unnamed Magician and they can show the conversation between them, he's the winner. And everyone else has said that if the Unnamed Magician can post a video of him performing the trick and getting a spectator to absolutely confirm there's no pre-show and nothing was performed beforehand, then, because at the minute, all the evidence has come from the Unnamed Magician. He's the one with the performances. He's the one with everything else. Well, at least, so far. So, yeah, this is where we stand. We've been sent.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's 2 other developments in the JERX has recently just done one final thing where he puts it to bed, his offer is back on the table.
Yes, so to the guy that bought it from the Unnamed Magician. So if that guy who bought it, who was strict about his anonymity, now wants to come forward to the JERX is willing to buy it off him. I don't think the guy who bought it privately wants. I mean, he wanted the method for himself anyway, so it's a bit of a it's not going to happen kind of thing. However, let's see. Now, the one thing I want to say, I swear to God, I haven't watched the video, but there's one thing spectators are shit at, and magicians are shit at, and that's acting. So I swear on my kids' lives, on my son Thomas and my son Michael's lives, I have not seen this video. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be interesting for us all to watch this video play out. And if the participant says, I haven't seen any of this before, there's been no trick performed on me, and it looks like they're lying, then I think we would be like,
Yep.
it's bullshit.
What a true test, by the way. Not a true test for anything in regards to the unnamed magician, but what a true test of fandom. If you manage to sit through that explanation of virginity regarding the jerks, and you continue to this point. So if anybody has like, just leave a comment down below saying, hey, dude, I'm part of the group that is a true fan to watch this all the way through, despite you going into just minutia over really nothing. Like, it's a fucking trick. That one guy that nobody wants the jerks that nobody knows that he's kind of like a contrarian asshole. And then this other weird little like dude doing the trick. And oh, there's nefarious ground. It's really pointless. But you know what? I'm in it. I'm just as bad as everybody else. So I'm excited for this video.
Sat down, you worked out a method that kind of met the requirements, which the jerks thought was impossible. Then you dragged a woman off the street and forced her to watch it. And then you filmed it and then made a video and uploaded it. So yeah, man, this is real shit. And
dude, I forced her. I forced her to meet my parents. I forcibly met her parents. I've been forcing myself on her for.
That was an ICE detention center.
Oh yeah, nice, topical. Because you get it, ICE. It's happening, dude. Free Palestine.
Yeah, see, I've been following the news.
The truth of the matter is that we haven't seen the video as well, as you mentioned many times. I know that people might go, oh no, we don't do these. We don't set up. We didn't watch. We did watch it, but we don't watch it on. No, but we really haven't watched it, so I have no idea what to expect. If this is a good performance,
I don't like. So I swear I haven't seen the video, and
there is
you. I'll be sad if it is bullshit. If there is lying in the video, or I just feel like something's off, I am gonna be like, right, I mean, the jerk still has yet to post any evidence that he knows the method for sure. So it's still hasn't been cleared up, but I don't think he will. But I will be a bit like, I'm leaning more towards the point of this is hocus pocus.
Yeah.
Poker.
One more thing before we play the video, it's worth noting that our old friend Unbiased Magic Reviews has done a video on this as well. I haven't seen the video, but I know that he did a video. I think he played a soundbite of the unnamed magician. Is that right? So
it was basically, he said in a nutshell that the jerk has been like posting loads and loads of stuff about this and has a big platform for people to read his version of events. And he didn't think it was fair that the unnamed magician, because he has no comparative platform, he felt like, I don't know if he felt like there was things that untowards. He just wanted to give the unnamed magician opportunity to as a right of reply.
Fair play.
Yeah. That's the right thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Okay. Let's look at this video. Let's have a look at this video.
Share your screen.
You're listening,
share the performance.
Yeah, we'll do. If you're listening to this on Spotify, tough shit. Right, here we go. Let's do this. So I've got it queued up. Here we go. Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah.
Looks like a carpet, a sandal, definitely some looks like it's in India. I'm just guessing if I'm playing GeoGuessr, but okay.
That's fine.
Hi guys, this is the unnamed magician here, and I'm present with somebody at their house. And I'm going to attempt the ultimate open prediction with them. Now, can you confirm that before I started this video, we haven't set anything up?
No, we didn't.
Can you also confirm that before I started this video, I haven't showed you any card tricks?
No.
So this is the first card trick you're about to see of the day.
Yes.
And do you know what's going to happen? Have I told you what's going to happen in this trick yet?
No, I don't have any idea about it.
Okay, so with that in mind, I want you to start by shuffling the deck. So remember, this is going to be completely hands-off. So shuffle the deck as much as you want. Well, it's going to be hands-off during the actual procedure. It could also be hands-off. Like, I'm going to make a prediction, but it's quicker if I could. Here, pass me the cards. Now, I don't have to touch these, but I'm going to touch these in order to make my predictions just faster that way. So let me just hold the camera here. And let me just make my it's just quicker this way. So I'm gonna make a prediction in this deck, okay? Okay. You could hold these in your hands. So I'm gonna make a prediction now. Now this is gonna be something that's going to relate to the future, okay? So I'm gonna say the name of a card, and we will return to that at the end of the trick, all right? So my prediction is gonna be the 4 of Hearts.
Okay.
So what is it?
4 of hearts.
4 of Hearts. Okay, so what's gonna happen in this trick is that in a moment, not yet, but in a moment, you're gonna start dealing the cards one by one face up on the table over here, okay? Not yet. Don't start yet. You're gonna deal them face up one by one, and you're gonna stop whenever you want, okay? This is a completely free choice, but don't decide ahead of time where to stop. So I don't want you to decide right now where to stop. I want you to start dealing and somewhere along the way randomly decide where to stop and make it difficult for me, okay? Make it rather difficult for me. So you could start now. Face up. So you stopping there?
Yeah.
No, I didn't tell you ahead of time, or you didn't like. So you stopped on that card here, the 8 of Spades, right?
Yes.
But we didn't do any trick before where you were like told to stop at the 8 of Spades, right?
Yes. You didn't tell me anything before.
Right. So you had no idea you were going to stop in the 8
Of
of
course,
Spades.
I don't have any idea.
So no, don't turn the next card over yet. Don't turn it over
Okay.
yet. What was the card that I predicted at the beginning?
4 of hearts.
4 of Hearts. No, you didn't see the 4 of Hearts go by, did
I
you?
didn't. I didn't see it.
No,
yet.
I told you at the beginning that the 4 of Hearts is a prediction.
Yes.
So wouldn't it be a miracle if the next card is the 4 of Hearts? Let's have a look.
Can I see it?
Yeah, you could see it.
ये कैसे मुमकिन हो सकता है? मैं तो कहीं भी रुक सकती थी। सो इसका मतलब है मैं कहीं भी रुकती आगे जाके तो ये यही होता?
So anyway, like she's just saying that she could have stopped. Like, so it is in fact the 4 of Hearts, as you guys can see here. And can you also show the rest of the cards to the camera?
What?
So there, she was just saying that she could have stopped later, and would it have been the 4 of Hearts? And you can show this to the camera here as well. And I just want to.
Boom. That's the end of the video.
You know? I mean, granted, right? Just playing devil's advocate, you can just, hey, dude, look, man, I'm going through this beef. I could sell this thing for $100. Auntie, just help me out, dude. Just give me a little fucking something, you know? Give me a little something. But I'm implying that he's not, and that he's being forthcoming, because nobody's definitely coming looking at this. But it's solid. That's a very solid performance, I gotta say. What
You know,
really
it
good.
is. The only thing that like gets me is I've been doing Magic for 32 years, and I've done a lot of fucking tricks where spectators deal cards onto the table. I've been having spectators deal cards onto the table for a very fucking long time. I can't think of many times that a spectator deals that many cards before they stop. Like, normally when you put somebody under pressure, especially you putting a video camera in their face, you know, you have them deal. They want to get that moment over with as quickly as possible. She was dealing for a very, very, very long time. Like which confuses me, because the reason it confuses me is because he's been open about the method, in that there's something that happens that 90% of the time compels them to stop at that point. But nothing has been said about compelling them to stop beforehand or compelling them to keep dealing. And I can't understand what, like, genuinely, you must have had the same thing, guys. Like, most of the time when you get a spectator to do a dealing trick, they're stopping way before then.
I have two people, either ones that go ridiculously long or ones that go ridiculously short. Or 15, like either that, you know. The one thing I'll say is that I don't think she's lying. I don't think she's acting. I don't think, doesn't feel, you normally get the sense big time that when someone's acting, it doesn't feel like that. So I really don't think there's pre-show or something set beforehand. There was some, you know, there's a moment where he's like, make it difficult for me. Yeah, make it really difficult for me. That was like the big standout phrase. That, again, doesn't imply there's pre-show. It just implies there's a method, which I'm not against. But I really don't think, I don't feel like,
I mean, there's no reason.
I'm normally right about this stuff.
There's no reason to persecute this guy and call bullshit on whether she's telling the truth or not. I think it's kind of got to be a case of innocent until proven guilty. I'm fairly sure she hasn't got her entire family held behind the camera with a gunman pointing a gun at them until she fucking we're going to make this fucking card trick world work out. Your family get it. I don't think that's the case.
So far, he's uploaded 3 performances. One of them was like a young kid, and he did it 3 times in a row. Unless they're all Oscar winners, unless they're all just like this whole family of phenomenal actors who are amazing at like real life playing along, which is, you know, that's not going to fucking happen. Then right now, like, all the evidence does lay with the
because the thing is,
unfortunately,
right, the thing is, without being mean, and I'm genuinely not being mean here, he's not a good performer. We know this. He's not. He's obviously not a performer. He doesn't perform. You can just tell that in watching his videos. This is the sort of trick that you would normally assume would require a lot of audience management in order to get them to stop at a particular point. I don't think he's got the experience or the ability to have that level of audience management based on the performances that I'm seeing him deliver. Which means that if we're taking that video on face value, it has to be something that's pretty damn surefire to achieve that 90-odd% success rate.
There's one thing, right, which I've picked up on, which is, what's the one thing that everybody, this is what makes me think that he didn't even consider pre-show, and that's and as a method when creating this. No,
Well,
there's one thing that there's one thing that everybody does when they pre-show or set up their audience, is that they make sure to say, now confirm to everyone, nothing's been set up in advance. I haven't told you to play along, blah, blah, blah. Everybody who does pre-show finds a clever way of doing that to overprove they didn't do pre-show. He never did that in his other videos because to him, it wasn't on his radar. The only reason that is never he said,
I think you thought Lloyd was going in a different direction with that.
Yeah, what I thought you were going to say was that when she started dealing the cards, she started dealing them face down. And he corrected her, saying, oh, no, deal them face up. And usually there would only be one person that would, maybe I solved this. Because in my experience in mentalism and virginity, there's only one person that will pre-show behavior. And that is my friend, closer to home than anyone thinks. And that is Peter Turner. Maybe Peter Turner is the one that's out here navigating and directing this whole thing, because he's a sort of guy to pre-show behavior. And he's gone into great lengths to talk about something like, oh, for example, when during a performance, kind of throw me off by putting this in your pocket. And really, that ends up being a method. So in this case, definitely
instructing them to deal face down, and then knowing that you need to correct them. Like, okay, so when I tell you in 5 minutes to start deal the cards face down on the table, and as they start to do it, you say, whoa, no, do it face up. What the fuck?
Yeah, what do you? Yeah, that's another thing that really stood out to me. That I'm like, okay, this is definitely something that's not set up.
It's not. You could tell it's not set up. I know that goes against the grain of what the JERX thinks the method is. She's not. None of them are acting. It's the fact that he didn't even have to think about overproving it.
Dude, I wish we had. This is what sucks about having like a podcast that I'm now officially a member of. Which, by the way, you're welcome. It's just begging. It's yeah, I did actually. I sent you various texts. I'm like, hey, get me on the podcast. But I didn't know you guys were going to permanently put me as the new STD in this podcast. But we have
tier.
You're the mascot.
I'm the mascot. You know what? Yeah, that might be it. Did you add me to the intro?
No, we need to. Fuck, I need to record a new intro now. Shit.
Wow. Okay. All right. That's how I was gonna fucking find out when you guys put this shit up. And then there's no like, oh, welcome to the fucking Magic Podcast with Lloyd Barnes and Craig Petty. What about me?
I might just create a little soundbite and go, and pig cake, and just
pig cake. in terrible bit rate. But what I was gonna say is that we have the experience level here of, I would say performers, people that are we need the perspective of a professional. We need someone outside, like someone like a male nurse, to be able to provide some levity and some more insight, which is a shame that we only have us three and we don't have somebody that fits that criteria, that is a male nurse that does magic tricks, because then that person is a little bit more experienced in terms of looking at people and being able to judge them whether or not they're lying. Has this bit fallen on its face?
No.
Okay. We get the joke here, unbiased. That's the joke here.
Yeah, well, he did share a video. He did share a video, and he basically give Unnamed the platform to share his side of events. So I think as it stands right now, well, there's another video to watch. There's another fucking video to watch.
What else can you prove? What's this video?
I don't know. It's a talking video.
Okay.
And it's 5 minutes of I'm skinning through the thumbnail now. It's 5 minutes of a white screen.
That shit in 2.5x. All right.
I feel like we should. Yeah, you could play it at 2 speed for sure. Do you know how to do that, Craig? The little
yeah. I got you.
Wow, so condescending. Do you know how to do that, Craig?
Yeah.
You're talking to.
How the fuck do you think I managed to get through your shitty videos?
Yeah, I was gonna say probably with the screen off and in a different building is how you manage, or how anyone manages to get through my shit. My goodness.
I didn't know you. I'll be honest. I didn't know you still had a channel. So
great, dude. It's crazy. You probably don't even know about the Pig Cake Magic Academy, the home of over 1,700.
I'm becoming a member of the Pig Cake Magic Academy because it is fucking stellar.
Thank you, man.
I have a goal, or I've been planning to do a video on it for the last fucking year because it's so good. I think it's actually the most underappreciated, and definitely, yes, it's one that it's probably the most valuable membership that exists in Magic. But you've got like 1,200 fucking videos, and all of them are fucking awesome.
1,200, it's ridiculous. Schmucks. 1,700, baby.
1,700, and the price is crazy.
I'm glad that you're saying that without me ever having to pretty much beg you in text to do a video. Like, it's just you saying it. It's never been me texting you like, hey, Lloyd, are we going to do this fucking video on my goddamn academy? Hey, Lloyd, dude, is this still in the books? It's not just that. It's not that. It's you. You are completely on your own. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. But I think you did send me a text, though.
That's the joke. The joke is that I've been like, hey, yo, Lloyd, Lloyd, show my shit, dude. That's the joke, bro. Fuck. God, maybe it's the vomiting diarrhea I had before the show that doesn't fucking let me be a little bit more overt. But you know what? So far, I gotta tell you, man, I'm on Unnamed side.
I've been seeing JERX from day one of this, but that's swayed me a little bit. Let's look at the other video. Link me, Lloyd. I want to see this other video.
Yeah, I think they're not acting in his videos, and there's no pre-show.
I don't think that.
I don't. I think like in terms of who's being honest, who's being truthful or deceptive or whatever, who's got the goods. I think the only thing that I'm certain of in the entire scenario is that the method isn't pre-show or set up in advance. Everything else is open for discussion, but people aren't that good at acting that many times in that many different scenarios, different age ranges. No. So if the JERX thinks the method's pre-show has been confirmed that it's pre-show, then I think he has bad intel. Unless he can prove otherwise, and he hasn't been able to show any proof otherwise. But as far as everything else, who the fuck knows?
You showed that link?
The link. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got any more damn links?
Hi guys, this is.
Hang on, give me 1 second. I'm just queuing this up now.
I almost threw up just now.
Did you actually? Can you throw up on camera if you do?
I won't leave. Yeah, I just I realized that if I do need to throw up, I'm gonna throw up on camera, and it's also because I made the stupid decision yesterday of eating some Korean snack before I slept because I knew I had to sleep early for this fucking show. So I'm just like, let me have some little a little 0-calorie collagen snack that Koreans eat, and I think that didn't help the rumbly in my tumbly. The dedication, my friends.
Right. Are we ready?
Yeah, I was just fucking bored of listening to Pig Cake being a little bitch.
Dude, I was, you know what? That's good because we were taking time from Craig to find the fucking times too on YouTube because it's taking a little bit of time.
There we go.
I would have listened to it. I had to 6 minutes.
There you go. We're all good. Right. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this shit. Right. I've sped it up. I've got it queued up. It's ready to go. And here we go. You can see that, right?
Yeah, although it means nothing because it's just a white screen.
Yeah, I know. But if you can see it, you can hear it. Right. Here we go.
Hi guys, this is Unnamed Magician here. I just wanted to talk about something here. This is going to be regarding an offer someone made to me in regards to this trick about, back in March when it first came out and the blog post started and, when the word started spreading and everything like that. So obviously I can't name the actual person to whom the trick was sold, right? That's up to them to come forward if they wish to. But I do want to name somebody else who did make an offer at the time. And, the only reason I'm doing this is because some people have been emailing me saying things like, these emails have been coming on and off for like over a month now. They're saying like, we don't even believe that anyone ever made you an offer, that, this is all like, even the fact that you're saying that an offer was made, in fact, multiple, is just total BS. And so I want to take someone's name here to disprove all those theories. Somebody who is okay with me coming forward and naming them in regards to the fact that they made me an offer. And they're okay with me even saying that amount that they offered me. So the name of the magician is Gaz Lawrence. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Gaz Lawrence. And he offered 100,000 British pounds for this trick. So I think that's about 100 US dollars. Now, I didn't end up moving forward with him. And the trick was actually sold for quite a bit less than that to a party who I did actually end up selling to. So, naturally now at this point, you guys might be wondering why I didn't go through with Gaz's offer.
Because
we don't read too much regarding this. I just want to say that so this is not just specific to Gaz. This is also specific to any other offers that were made to me. Whenever somebody makes an offer, I tend to, or what I'm trying to say is whenever somebody made an offer while all this is happening, I would do some, background information, research, things like that, just to see, obviously to make sure that this person is legit in what they're offering, like if they even have that kind of money that they're offering, and just in general, like how trustworthy is this magician, what's their track record, this and that. Like obviously I'm not going to end up going with someone who was known for scamming people in the past, for instance, right? So it's important to sort of do your research when you're about to enter into some kind of big deal with someone. Now, I'm not saying Gaz Lawrence was a scammer and therefore I didn't go with him. I'm just giving an example that if, for example, a magician turned out to be a scammer after he did some research or whatever, you're obviously not going to move forward with him, right? Now, in the case of Gaz, I ended up talking to a couple of his friends, letting them know, like, hey, look.
He has friends.
Not only friends, a couple people who are acquainted with him, saying, look, here's the situation. Here's what's happening. Here's what has been offered. And, like, so I'm trying to see how to say this, like, because, it's not my place to say anything here exactly, but like, I'll just say that, he's not a scammer. There's nothing like that happening. It was just something, they told me that I shouldn't enter into a deal with him, and they gave me a specific reason for that, which I can't get into here. But it's not like they said he was going to scam me or anything like that. That wasn't at all what was going on here. Okay, I just want to make that perfectly clear that that is not at all why I did not move forward with him. It was something very, very different, which sort of made me not move forward with him and had me moving forward with some other party, the party that was offering the second most amount of money after Gaz's offer. But I just want to mention his name here because I want to let people know that, look, he made an offer. So there were, in fact, people making offers. And, Gaz was okay with me coming forward and letting the community know that he made me an offer and he's okay with people knowing that. And yeah, I mean, thanks for watching it.
Let's see what's going on there. A bunch of wrestling bits. Damn, dude. That's the part that I'm really intrigued by, is the recommended videos after the fact. But Craig, you seem to have lost your mind.
This is like one of those fucking movies, isn't it? Where you think you know where it's going and, you're reaching the end of the fucking movie and the plot is sorted in your head. Then all of a sudden, they throw a curveball and it's like, hang on a minute, where did this come from? This makes no fucking sense to the movie. We've got a movie about fucking space aliens and fucking the world being demolished. And now what? We've got a fucking knight from the 1500s that's just arrived through time travel to fucking take out the aliens. What the fuck is going on? Where the fuck did Gaz Lawrence get into this from? What in the actual living fuck?
So I imagine that you are not a fan.
What the actual fuck is going on right now? Like, what the fuck? How did we... Right, on my fucking Magic Podcast bingo fucking card, I for this fucking episode, insult peg cake. Shit, check. Beat a fucking dead horse to death with this fucking shit show of a fucking open prediction. Check. Insult Lloyd several times about sheep anuses. Check. Gaz Lawrence was never fucking on that bingo card, nor should be on any bingo card anywhere on the fucking planet, in my opinion. Which I've learned to say recently, in my opinion, is very important to say. The fuck?
Especially when dealing with Israeli magicians. I don't know. That's just the theme here. The theme seems to be don't have opinions about Israeli magicians. You seem to not like the guy, man. I'm getting the impression after reading Ostrelland's book that you don't like the guy.
Without going too much into the torrid history of me and Gaz Lawrence, Gaz was, I've hung out with Gaz at the Session Convention a few years ago. I've spoken to him on the phone. He's been very, everybody knows his backstory on the Magic Cafe. He got kicked out more times than Pig Cakers found his way up Pete Turner's asshole. He got kicked off the Magic the Magic Cafe many, 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 many times. He, we all know that his identity, he was the peacock of the Magic Cafe. And then one day he was in a situation where he couldn't come back onto it. And look, he's released a couple of tricks through Mark Mason, and I actually did quite like the tricks. I thought they were quite good. His wallet thing, whatever it was called, the Shelby wallet, that was a decent wallet. But the fact is, I had a bit of a run-in with, first of all, Mark Bennett has had a run-in with Gaz Lawrence. It's not my argument or my situation to talk about why Mark Bennett had a run-in with Gaz Lawrence, but he has, and I do believe that the police were involved by Mark. If from what I've been told by Mark, that might not be the case, but that's what I've been told. My personal situation is, I haven't spoken to Gaz for many, many years. However, I am not a dumb fucking idiot. And I see him slagging me off on various different YouTube channels and posting quite regularly on YouTube videos by a certain magician who likes making things float with little pieces of thread tied into a loop. I'm not going to go any further into that, but I see him.
And John?
I see him posting quite a lot on those videos in support of that person versus me and talking about how a terrible person I am, which I've never really fucking understood, because as far as aware, I never had an issue with Gaz. I know most of the Magic community has. I've never had an issue with him, but I see him slagging me off left, right, and centre. And then at Blackpool this year, I was walking through the lobby, and Gaz came up to me and said, "Hey, Craig, how you doing?" And I was in a bit of a bad mood at Blackpool this year, partly because of being sued, and right in the middle of that. And normally I would restrain myself, but I basically told Gaz to fuck off. And I said, "How dare you fucking, like pretend that everything's okay between us? I'm not a fucking idiot. I see you posting all over the internet, slagging me off. And I don't appreciate it." And we had a run in. I didn't see him again for the rest of Blackpool. I wouldn't piss on that guy if he was on fire.
What's this going to do with the unnamed magician scenario?
Nothing.
That's the therapy session. No, I know Gaz a little bit. I mean, it started off, he used to troll me on the Magic Cafe, and then I was sick of it. So I found his phone number and I called him. I was like, "Hey man, why do you hate me?" And then we've been cool ever since. So I don't know anything more than that. But he made the offer just to stay on track. He was one of the people that made the offer.
Well, he obviously made the highest offer. He made the highest offer because he said that the guy he eventually sold it to was the second highest offer. You're saying that Gaz Lawrence offered... Hang on a minute. Let's not fucking skip past that shit. Gaz Lawrence offered $100,000.
£100,000. That's it. I don't know anything about Gaz Lawrence. He may well have won the lottery, but the last time I spoke to Gaz, he's an electrician, I think, or a carpenter. However, it could be fucking great with money.
I highly
doesn't
doubt
mean anything about his financial situation.
It's not about being great with money. If you're, he might. I don't understand that, because in order to make an offer of $100,000 or pounds, in order to make an offer of £100,000, that's got to, for a fucking card trick that nobody knows the method for, that's got to be money that you've just got lying around that you don't need at all. So you've got your bills all secure, you've got your future secure, because what you wouldn't do is leverage your family's fucking livelihood in order to buy the method to a card trick so nobody else can have it. You wouldn't do that. So it's not just a case of making an offer of £100,000. It's making an offer and having that money just sitting around. I've just got 100K sitting around. I don't need it. I've got nothing that I need to use it for. I'll offer it on a card trick. Is weird. But the weirdest thing is, right, you've said that there's lots of people that you've seen in this industry that have made offers. And I know you've had offers in the past about tricks that...
I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, those people are normally, are always multimillionaires.
Yeah, they're multimillionaires, or they have a reason for wanting to get the method. So, for example, I know you've been offered money. I'm not going to say who, but very high-profile TV magicians have offered you money for methods that you've created in the past. I know that because we've had those conversations. They might not be multimillionaires, but they look at it and they go, "You know what? I want exclusive use of that because I can put that onto a TV show. I can then use that in my without giving too much away. I know that a very high-profile person offered Lux,
£90,000.
Yeah, £90,000 for Lux. And you can understand why. Because regardless of what people think of Lux, and I fucking love it, having been the only person that could use that, both on a TV show and then also booked privately away from the TV show, is a huge thing. So I understand why somebody would want to make a big offer to buy something and keep it exclusively for them. I get that. I get why a multimillionaire would buy it. As far as I'm aware, Gaz Lawrence does not perform. I might be wrong. Let me just Google that shit. Because if he...
No, I think he gigs. I think he does gig.
Okay, hang on a minute.
I think.
Gaz.
Either way, right? Either way, this confirms unnamed story further again. Because I think the JERX was insinuating that nobody made an offer, that this actual sale never took place behind the scenes, and that's why he's goading the third party who ended up buying the rights to come
Just so you
forward.
know, I've just Googled Gaz Lawrence magician, and the only website that comes up is something that Gaz has obviously created, that's selling the Shelby wallets, and is basically an online store for Gaz Lawrence products. I'm a London-based magician, and this is my new site to bring you exclusive products created and designed by myself. I have a couple of basic criteria when producing a product. It has to be better than anything else I've seen on the market. It has to be practical for the working magician. That website, by the way, the URL is gazmagic.wixsite.com. It's not even being paid for. It's not paid for the domain name. He's had it created on Wix. No. Let's not skip past this. He's had it created on Wix, and then decided not to shell out for the domain name to link it up. And this is somebody who's making £100,000 offer.
Yeah, that might be why the unnamed magician didn't decide to go with him. He said he did some research into people, but I think we're kind of missing the point here, which is not whether Gaz could afford the trick or what his reasons for trying to buy the trick is. I think all along the JERX has insinuated that there was no third party or fourth party, and now it's been confirmed that there absolutely was. The first person outside, right now, nobody at all has been named, right? Because the JERX wants to keep his anonymity. Unnamed magician wants to keep his anonymity. Mr. X, who is the person who's apparently told JERX that he has the confirmed method, but it cannot be proved at this moment in time, or has not been proved. It's called Mr. X. So everyone's like, hey, you didn't sell it to someone because you can't give me the name. And that's why the JERX is goading the third-party buyer to come forward to him if he decides to. So it's not about whether Gaz can or can't afford to buy the trick. This is about having an actual concrete name and going, okay, just to be upfront, legally or morally, I can let you know this was one of the offers. I'm not going to tell you why, but I didn't move forward with it. And so far, all of the evidence has been coming from the unnamed magician. Those performances are not faked. I bet my house on it. There's no pre-show. I hope I don't live to regret it, but those actors ain't good enough, if they are actors, right? And he's coming forward and he's providing names of people who've made offers, legitimate names. We know Gaz Lawrence is a real person, right?
No, he's a real person, at the very least. He's an old Craig.
An absolute real person. Whether or not he could afford to buy it is not the discussion. The fact is he's somebody who previously made an offer and has allowed his name to be put out there publicly.
I think that should be the discussion. Like, who in this planet is virgin enough, right? We already discussed good reasons as to why you might want to buy the rights to a trick. Yeah, okay, you might make it and turn it into something that's going to make you exponentially more money. In the context of a show, maybe you might use it on television. But the truth of the matter is that if you were, for example, buying this and you are a magician that's performing on television, you'd have an infinite array of ways to do this effect on TV that are easier, that are more impressive than whatever this could potentially be, because you could just do anything you want. So
FYI, we don't know who the third party is, right? That bought it. I'm convinced they bought it because they bought it for less than 100,000. And I know for a categorical fact, magic companies that have bought tricks for more than the amount that this was sold for, because they've made 10x the profit on it. So they're assuming that it's some big TV or stage magician or private performer. This very well could, like Gaz, for example, if Gaz has the money for this, you said his website is just for products. There is a way, because I think this, looking at it now in hindsight and with all the evidence up front, I think he has a method. And a smart business person could absolutely buy the rights to this and make 3-4 times, even twice the amount of money off it. Easily make twice the amount of money off this. by selling.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Easily.
You're right.
If you have the right marketing strategy, you sell twice the amount of money of this. So there's an infinite amount of people who don't even need to be full-blown millionaires to buy this that have good reason to.
They just have to be king fucking virgin. Absolute lord of the. Can we admit that whenever this name comes out, this guy is the actual lord and dean of virginity? For whatever reason, he buys it.
If whoever bought it doesn't make a profit on it, and they bought it just to afford the method, then I'm with you. If they saw an opportunity,
I'm sorry, hang on.
How
the fuck are you going to make a profit on this? How are you going to make a profit on this, Lloyd? How? You know as well.
Pete Turner has made like $500,000 on just fucking progressive anagrams.
I get that, right?
I'm sure.
Yeah. Not even a joke. Like,
you're already X amount, let's say 90, 80, 70,000, whatever. You're already X amount in the hole just by buying the method in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, you know as well as me, the majority of people that went to Murphy's, for example, and said, by the way, the initial outlay on this is going to be 70,000, they and almost every other production company in Magic would go, fuck off. There's no,
that's not. I can tell you, I can put it in the chat. I can think the last one. This trick.
I hope you accidentally put in a chat, but then you put it on the recording. So then Craig, your wonderful editor, has to actually listen to this entire show.
Let me do a test. Does this pop up in the window?
Yeah. For everyone.
Can you see that? You can't see it on the screen.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw it on my screen. Put it in the WhatsApp.
Okay, I'll put it in the WhatsApp. But I mean, that's not really a super private thing. But that trick was given $75,000 up front. And that part of that was to go towards materials. This was a Murphy's release. That was $75,000. Yeah, and there was a serious.
Offer. Fucking kidding me?
And this one's going to make you blow your mind. That offer was this close to going through, and then the person pulled out, and that was for £100,000. And they decided to pull out. Yeah, that was for £100,000, and that was a trick going to Murphy's. They were going to pull the trigger on it, and the magician pulled out.
Hey boy, dude, that's
an absolute fucking fact. So the number, this is what I mean. This is small, but not small potatoes. But those numbers, well, the $75,000 maybe probably close to what he sold it for, but the other number is marginally bigger than what he sold it, what Unnamed sold it for, and that's a fact that they were going to throw that out there. This is the type of trick that, if done correctly, you could easily, a company could easily, and I'm talking like eyes shut, barely trying, make twice their money back on it. And with a trick like this, even if there is a small gimmick at play, the cost of goods, the material cost, is practically fucking nothing. So basically, it's one of those situations where you're paying for IP, but the IP is so valuable because after seeing all the evidence now, I'm pretty damn certain it's not pre-show. I think he is sticking to his conditions. I think there's nothing that can prove that otherwise, unless the method comes out for real, right?
I mean, it seems to me like, at least with the tricks that you mentioned, there is some external thing that needs to be produced and made that would justify, for example, the asking price of whatever those two tricks, just using those as an example. This one,
well, one of them was a digital product.
Was a digital product, yeah, but still, it required an application to some capacity, right? That was something of an asset. This one, I don't think has any assets. It's just whatever the gimmick is.
Said that it's a gimmick.
Yeah, but then so hypothetically, let's say a Murphy's were to buy this, or a company, you would sell that gimmick and refills and in mass. That would be the asset that people would get, because it seemed to me like this could be an instant download.
In a nutshell, I think he said that's a gimmick, right? The way a big company would, at a base level, would probably go around doing this is build up the hype, use all the things that people have been talking about, the blog posts, the videos, then share performances, and then go down the route of turning it into an extended masterclass. So it's something that comes with hours of content and then bring in other professionals to do jams on it, and then sell it as some form of masterclass that comes with gimmicks, refills, and a bunch of other things that go with it. And then the main component to this would be doing it as a pre-show element, so that you get ahead of the sales before that secret comes out, and everyone goes, "Oh, it's just sticky tape or whatever the fucking metal, or it's just
Okay.
rough."
Yeah.
And
Again,
that's like a
because-
basic not thinking about it market plan, but in that
Oh.
context, all day.
Big league Lloyd here. Big league Lloyd. They're talking down the small man like me that doesn't know any of this, that's just unknowledgeable about marketing because all I do are fucking card tricks. But you're 100% right. You're 100% right. That is a good ballpark plan, because I was just thinking in sort of like in a myopic way where it's a download technically. And how would you make that money back on a download that immediately, would be available for a fraction?
There's also another element at play here, in which I know for a fact of companies that have acquired the rights to certain tricks and sold them, knowing 100% that they're making a loss, but it added credibility to the company. So the person in two instances, the person they bought it off was a big name, and they just wanted to have them on board to represent the company, and they knew the product would make a loss. I've seen that happen more than a dozen times. Secondly, with this one, because I really think now, looking at the facts that are available to us, or the evidence that's available to us, that this isn't pre-show. I think it's one of those things where the company that owns it goes, "Hey, we have this open prediction, and it's the best one that exists. It's a $20 download, and we were the company that got the rights to it." And it's just one of those, it's one of those jewel in the crown type things. And I can tell you for a fact, there are multiple companies that have loss leaders that do more for public image than they
For
make
tax
money.
purposes. God fucking Lord knows that you want to do anything and everything to make sure that the tax man doesn't get to feed his family, that piece of shit asshole.
So what was
That's
Gaz Lawrence's reason for buying it?
I don't know.
Not given.
You know as much as we do.
I guess that needs to be the follow-up.
Well, Craig, you said the only website he has is to sell magic products, right? So surely buy the rights, make some sick performance videos, tell people, it's $100 pre-order. It comes out August the 1st, and or it comes out only when I've sold 200 units.
Yeah, that's the right move. I didn't even think. Yeah, that's how little business sense that I have. I really provide nothing to this show, I realize, because I'm not even smart enough to have thought of that. And you just farted that, which is, to make the money back, instead of doing like a fast launch, is to do a pre-show, get your money that way, or a pre-sale, get your as much as you're going to get that way, have a launch date, have everything released at once, so that the people that have bought it don't have the opportunity to go, "Well, here's how you do it." Or, the Chinese fucks that buy the stuff and then resell it for like $3 on like Erdney's Magic Shop don't have the chance to do that because, well, they don't have it yet. So everybody gets it. That's the right. Yeah, you are a little bit of a nice, a lot smarter than I am when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Dude, it could just be that he sells tickets to a masterclass live over Zoom that teaches the method, so that you have to have everyone there in person, and he only goes live. It says like the date will be announced once all tickets are sold.
Yeah, good bit. But we still have the possibility of an ultimate virgin. We don't know. People have money and they spend it on pointless shit. Look at Nicolas Cage buying dinosaur eggs and getting into debt for just complete retardation. But in this case, maybe we do have some sort of weird, eccentric, ultimate virgin.
Well, look at. I think this is like kind of public knowledge because it was on the original old product page. But Optics by Tobias Dostal was it's close to being sold to someone, like, and we all know who it is. I think they were named on the product page, but I'm not gonna name it out loud. To someone who absolutely, well, I'd say 99% wasn't gonna perform it, and it would have just been put into that archive of IP owned, which wouldn't be the first time. And that was for $100,000.
I love the idea of the end of what is it, Indiana Jones and the Raider? No, it's not the Raider. The Ark, right? Whatever the fucking movie was, where they just put the Ark of the Covenant.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, yeah.
Yeah, in this just weird warehouse, and there exists that exact same thing for potentially amazing methods that are just hoarded by some absolute rich virgin that refuses anybody to have the method. It's hysterical, and I would love for this to be the same way. Like, yeah, we have all this hype. Yeah, this
JERX report that the guy who bought it was disappointed with the method. If you were a king of the virgins,
No, I think he's assuming he's saying you can sell me the method that you are disappointed with, or something like that, right? Is that
no, I'm pretty sure he said that the guy who bought it. It's quite common knowledge that the guy who bought it is very disappointed with the method.
Yeah, there was
wait,
that was in the blog.
wait, well, that changed it again.
Well, but then again, remember that this is third-party knowledge because the JERX hasn't named any names. He hasn't named names. Okay, so there's no third. It's just I heard through the grapevine that the person that ended up buying it is unhappy with the actual method, which I believe that because it's a method. Again, we discussed this in the last podcast that anybody will be disappointed just finding out that there is a different. You have an actual method. And you don't use witchcraft.
Has the actual purchaser confirmed that he is disappointed, or they are disappointed?
No, it's through the JERX, and the JERX is not naming names, so it's just but the JERX is speaking sort of with certainty. He's not sort of using or he's not being general when it comes to what he's saying. So this guy at least is specific and is able to name dude that
this is what the JERX said. In the unnamed magician's version of reality, there are a number of problems here. His reputation has been severely damaged by this. He lost out on an additional $5,000 that I promised over what the buyer paid, and the other buyer, the famous magician who bought the trick, is very disappointed in the method, not because it doesn't live up to all the conditions, but for some other reason.
Wait, go back again.
Yeah.
Say the start of the sentence again.
The other buyer, the famous magician.
No, back the alternate reality. The start. You said
in the unnamed magician's version of reality, there are a number of problems here. One, his reputation has been severely damaged by this. Two, he's lost out on an additional $5,000.
So is he assuming here that this is the case by saying this is his version of reality, that the purchaser?
He's saying that the unnamed magician is going around telling everybody that the buyer is unhappy with the method,
but he says not because of the method, for other reasons.
Yes.
Again, another point that shows that it's likely not pre-show. If it's not the method he's upset with.
I hope there's it's what it is. It's just like a fucking sticker that somehow he sneaks behind that card, and they shuffle it into the deck, and then it just says stop, or whatever the fuck, and then it's just something completely stupid. That
if it's not the method he's upset with, as in like the unnamed magician was correct in his rules that he set out, then it might just be that the purchaser had guessed the right method, bought it, and had his suspicions confirmed.
Okay.
Which is that, there is no pre-show, but this, and there is a gimmick, and he maybe took a stab at the gimmick, kind of like you did, Cake.
So where do we stand on this then? Beating an absolute dead horse. Not just a dead horse, but a horse that's been like just absolutely wrecked in every way possible. Bummed by a Welsh
Grand National that fell. Craig, where do you stand on this now with all the new evidence?
God, I just want it to go away and die. I don't know. Right. I've been Team JERX since day one on this. I do believe that is a real performance. I do believe that the lady on the video has not been coerced into saying that it was a real performance when it's not. I am also really of the opinion of innocent until proven guilty. Therefore, I do believe that there is no pre-show. I think it looks like somebody lied to the JERX about the method, which kind of puts me in his camp, unnamed magician's camp. I will say I don't understand why he can't take the JERX's offer. The JERX has now made this new offer.
Because he can't, because it's not up to him, it's up to the purchaser.
Yeah, but the purchaser will get his money back.
If he is disappointed.
Yeah, but unnamed magician is telling people that he is disappointed.
He hasn't told anyone that I can see.
Oh.
He hasn't said it anywhere that I can see.
That's where it stands, man. That's where it stands. But let me tell you, I've been team fucking unnamed from the very beginning. Something about the jerks rubs me the wrong way. I think that's what it is. Every time I read it, it comes from a place of like just snobby. I'm better than you, but I don't even want to share my own name. And oh, there he might say the same old pig cake. You don't say your real name. All right. Well, if I say my real name, I'm gonna have the FBI knocking through my door because they're gonna be like, "Oh, we missed one. We caught him finally. Let's send him to Guantanamo Bay." Fuck. So, I mean, I've been on unnamed side, even though unnamed doesn't want to share his name, but he does show his likeness. He does share his face and is not sort of clandestine about that. But it just seems like it's a lot of virginity. I would love to find out who the true One Piece is, the Legend of the Virgins, the King of Kings. All right, to see in fact the actual buyer. But if money is this guy put this trick out for $100, you know, obviously for him it was some sort of cash grab with what he thinks is a very novel idea. I would take Andy up in the fucking jerks because there's no way for unnamed magician to lose. There's no way. If the method is shit, it doesn't matter. You are still just fucking balling more aggressively than you were balling the day before. You just dare, bro. I'd fucking have, especially if he's in India, which it seems like it from the videos.
It's important to say that the jerks pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
So then unnamed sold, and that's a detail that the jerks put differently in the emails. At least the jerks pulled out. So then unnamed said, "Okay, if you're pulling out, I'm going to sell." Now, because and the contracts, unnamed is essentially out of the scenario in terms of if he can sell it or not. It's only down to the third party buyer.
Yeah. But fuck me, dude. Yeah, even if that guy's disappointed, get your money back, squeeze Andy from the jerks, and be the king of India. Dude, have some wonderfully beautiful of age female feed you grapes for the rest of your life. You'd be set. 100K in Delhi, in New Delhi. Dude, I'd have some auntie like rub my foot, a different auntie, rub my foot every day. Dude, fuck that.
Yeah, if I'm that third party buyer, and if I am actually disappointed, then this is no brainer territory. Instantly sell, get your money back. If that's the case.
Yeah. But it seems like again, there's some
the onus is not on unnamed here. It's the third party buyer. But for me, I can only go off what I can tangibly see. And so far, like unnamed shared all the emails in order. He's shared multiple performances. He's now sharing names of people that were parties involved in wanting to purchase the rights. And all the jerks has is his version of events, which one of the major details was back to front from the email thread, which was the time period of when he pulled out, and saying that he's had the confirmation of the method from Mr. X. I can't see somewhere where the unnamed magician is told that. I say lie. I don't want to say the jerks is lying. I think he might have been given bad information and he's believed it. But I don't see at any point over and over and over again where the unnamed magician has been untruthful. I think what the unnamed magician is guilty of is having a really fucking shit marketing plan at the beginning, which got eyes on it for the wrong reasons and made it look like he was trying to do a cash grab. And that put everybody on the back foot of disbelieving him. And
he's the finesser. He's the finesser of the century, the unnamed magician, because he's out here just like this.
Oh, running a game on everyone. Fucking swimming dick. But yeah, so that's where I found I can only go off what evidence is in front of us, and so far I don't see any evidence from the jerks. And I'm completely open to seeing that.
I was gonna say, just on a serious note, can we make a GoFundMe for Gaz Lawrence to have a Squarespace? Is that something that we could do here on the has to remove himself from having to use a free Wix website and You know, because Lord knows if he spends all his money.
He's got £100,000 just sitting behind, sitting in his couch. He can just go hire somebody to make a website. He's good.
Okay, all right, just making sure, because man, like a fucking Wix website, you're out here making 100,000 offers for card tricks. It's just, and where would you have put that card trick on that same Wix website? Oh, this controversial trick, right? Let me put this on fucking. It's like my mom's fucking website. It's the funniest shit. I love her to death. But nobody's gonna go to
Saddam Hussein's mum.
Well, okay, that's fucking racist on 100 different levels.
That's what you told me your name was. But it's saved as in my phone book.
Okay, all right, I believe that. Because now show it. Is it your cunt Barnes in mine? I can't even go anywhere from that. You completely wrecked me so hard that I can't even go.
I can't even show fucking photos in our chat.
Oh, really? Yeah, good. That's on purpose, dude.
There you go. That's how you saved your name in my phone book.
Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein.
Oh, I'm accidentally calling you. That's how you saved it, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cutting Barnes is calling me. I was gonna do it. I was about to start screaming if somebody called me. Because the one thing I hate is when I'm doing something and then I just get nothing but fucking phone calls. Fuck. Dude, I'm trying to record a video, mom. A magic video. Dude. So can we at least move from this topic unless there's any aggressive let's just make a promise that if the JERX makes another post, right? No, we're not gonna bring it up. We're not gonna
but what's it gonna take? What's it gonna take to like Judgment Hammer go boom, case closed,
names,
unnamed wins, or JERX wins?
Names. Mr. X, new guy, whatever his name is. Okay.
I also
anyone that has any sort of tangible movement on this, if we get a name of the buyer,
or
if we get a method, anything that would say, no, dude, like unnamed is wrong, I'm right, here is the tea, here's the evidence. All right, because so far, again, unnamed is the one providing the receipts. The JERX is just like, hey, dude, I'm smart, you like my methods, I'm right about this. And he's just talking from third-party experience. Everything that he's mentioned is just, I know somebody that knows somebody that has direct communication with this. And that's not, but imagine fucking trying to do a court case where it's like, nah, dude, I didn't shoot that guy because my cousin's friend says he's a good dude. All right. And he himself says that he didn't do it. So I don't know. He didn't do it, dude. It's dumb. It's stupid. That doesn't work that way. So sorry to cut you off, Craig.
No. I was just thinking, it'd be, I'd like to extend an open invitation for Gaz Lawrence to come on the Magic Podcast as our guest for a short while and talk about this. That's the one thing that would make me want to talk about this again. Why he actually made the offer in the first place.
A million reasons. A lot of good reasons to make the offer.
And I'd love to hear that from Gaz. Yeah.
If I had 100
I'd love to see that.
If I had 100 grand sitting around, I'm trying to think, if I genuinely, from a business point of view, I would very strongly consider purchasing the IP to it, because I could see, especially like with looking at it now, looking pretty much like it is legit, I could see a way to double that investment.
Put it in fucking Bitcoin, mate. Put it in fucking the S&P 500. There's like, if there's 100K that are just floating in the air, the first thing on my mind is just cocaine. First of all, let me just first of all spend, I'm going to invest 10 of this into just coke. I don't do coke, but I'll just invest in cocaine, 10,000, and then the rest in fucking like something that's going to quadruple it. I'm not going to do it on a fucking card trick.
Without being funny, you're Lloyd fucking Barnes. You created incredibly best-selling products and were involved in hype campaigns for Illusionist, for Murphy's. You're one of the you've been incredibly successful at this. We're talking about somebody who sells one of his products, didn't even bother putting the second one on a free Wix website.
I'd love to see now that podcast interview after you slagged him off, like calling him a cunt in 17 different ways, and you're like, oh, hey guy, yeah, so welcome. What's your take on this whole thing? That'd be why I just sit here and just fucking watch you guys just go back and forth. But yeah, I was gonna say I carry Dex in my chastity cage. So Lloyd is definitely a worthwhile person. I just wish we had other professions on this podcast like male nurses. I keep mentioning male nurses because he just threw. I haven't seen his video honestly. I have to imagine you have to put it in ×8 to make it anything viable for Unbiased. I told you that I missed.
He literally just says, like, he opens and he's like, I'm essentially, the JERX has been going on about this nonstop. The Unnamed Magician hasn't had a platform, and then he plays like a testimony from Unnamed Magician for like 20 minutes. To sort of
Dude, I was about to. I'm sorry. I just came from almost vomiting and dying. So if I interrupt you more than I usually do, I just want to apologize because I'm in a fucking facade right now. Like, I don't even know if this is real. Like, what if I'm dreaming this entire fucking podcast? And this is my dream? What a fucking pathetic life that my dream is a podcast with Lloyd Barnes and Craig fucking Petty. But
and so
what I was gonna,
it's a wet dream as well. Like that's what makes it kind of weird.
Yeah, but in the wrong way because the wetness came out of my mouth hole.
Yeah, it's like a record scratch. You're probably wondering how I'm sat here in Miami, Florida, with dog shit on my tiled floor, talking to Craig Petty, Lloyd Barnes, with camel off my thighs, wearing a Formula One Williams fucking shirt.
Yo, Williams, because I'm representing Carlos Sainz, the right? Homeboy is underrated. Okay, underrated. I'm not gonna get into an F1 rank. I was gonna beat a dead horse that's been dead for 17 years, which is the Dex thing. That I remember. I think I mentioned it to you, Lloyd, but Craig, I don't know if I said it. That I met Don Juan of Unbiased Magic fame, right? In a Magic Live, and Don Juan.
Hang on. Yes, no, but before you tell me the fucking story, please tell me for the love of God, when you met him, he walked up to you and went, "I'm Don Juan."
That's exactly what he did, dude. That guy.
Yes. I've always dreamed that he would do that live in person.
Dude, he comes up to me like, "Hey man, I'm Don Juan." Shook my hand. Dude, that guy. This was 2 years ago at Magic Live. Again, during the midst of the that fucking wonderful drama. Dude, he is my favorite person in the planet. Like, I remember thinking, oh yeah, if he's friends with the male nurse, that's not necessarily a beacon of good guy or a decent person, but my favorite guy. We talked for like an hour and a half, 2 hours about just anything but magic. Just a wonderful guy. The way he tells stories.
Actually, he emailed me not long ago. I haven't emailed back yet, but it was a general. I was talking about something that happened at Blackpool, and it was just a message of like advice and support. And he genuinely, even though we had like loads of beef, me and him, and back and forth, see, like it was an email out of the blue, just be like, "Hey, this is how I would handle." And I get same as the JERX. I haven't emailed the JERX back, or any email that's not fucking work related. I haven't responded to for fucking months. But yeah, he seems actually like a genuinely good person.
Amazing guy, just unbelievably kind, gentle, like nice, well spoken. Like his stories, you're just like engaged. One of those people that you can't help but listen to intently just because the way he tells stuff. I think that comes from like a weird sort of Southern quality that you just grow up listening to stories from your family. You have the way of just naturally being able to convey that. I wonder if that's going to come up again, because there's something that just came out now that's like an index that I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's in a similar vein.
Daryl Vandenberg. It looks fucking amazing. It's a single pocket index, but your hand doesn't go in the pocket. So you stand there like this, and you can retrieve basically through like the fabric of your jeans or your trousers, you can retrieve a playing card. Looks fucking dope.
Yeah. But then again, what's funny again, just the beat. It's so funny. Nothing's new, right? Nothing is new. Like everything that old is new again. That's sort of the phrase you hear, and it's great to see that no matter how many times a plot has been absolutely just elbowed 12-6 by insert your favorite UFC fighter, that there's always going to be a variation that comes out. There's always going to be a new method. There's always going to be marketing behind it. So it's interesting to see, especially considering we spent 30 minutes talking about a trick from fucking 1930 in the stop trick, or what is it, 53?
Open
faces north.
52 faces
open prediction.
whatever.
Oh yeah, the one that you just put out a fucking 2-hour download with Peter Turner.
What he put was the Turner effect, which to be fair, Peter, we just did a workshop here in Miami. I've been going to the IBM rings, as I've mentioned, which is funny because IBM is very close to IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome.
IBS,
so it's very
yeah. Was it called? Tell me, it was called the Turner and Gooch workshop.
It's just the Peter Turner workshop. Dude, these guys, like, they worship this fucking guy, Peter Turner. They worship him. So we just went to a workshop, $100 a seat for the workshop, and it was pretty a good turnout for this turnout for Turner.
With the 12 people.
A couple more, but I mean, it's a good payday for a couple hours of work, to be honest. And they found their value. He was there for 8 hours.
I had $100 for a Pete Turner workshop is stupid cheap.
Yeah, it was. Again, 8 hours that we're there. We're there from
less than minimum wage for Pete.
Yeah, but it's just him. Just you know how he is, man. As much times that we fight and argue, and I want to kill him. And I remember looking at his jugular when we took the RV trip from California to here to Miami, and I was just looking at his jugular while he was sleeping, like just holding my knife, like, okay, this could just end it. I could just end this right now, dude. I don't have to deal with this fucking guy.
And then he threw you through a glass table and he literally nearly kills you in England.
Yeah. I was just telling that story to some. We did some performances for this project in a tattoo shop nearby. To just these hot little tattoo girls, and he was. I was saying, oh yeah, Peter Turner almost killed me. Here's my scar. Yeah, it's not a big deal though. I lived. I survived. A tough guy. Didn't even hurt. You know what it is? Fuck. So pathetic. But I forgot why I mentioned that. Oh, the IBM. There was a reason why I mentioned it.
I liked that you cried.
That I cried? When did I cry?
In hospital. Didn't you think you were going to lose your life?
No, I didn't cry. You make me sound like a bitch, dude.
I just made.
Dude,
you passed out getting a tattoo though.
Which he mentioned. And he always tells the same story. I don't know if I can show my leg here. Look at that. I'm wearing shorts, by the way, but
look at the
yeah. That right there was Peter Turner and the Ruskin, my first tattoo ever, piece of shit.
You passed out on video.
I passed out. Well, I passed out. I'm so lucky that they didn't have that on video. They only had the aftermath because they said that I sort of weakly got down on the floor and just leaned on somebody's knee and just fucking and I had a whole ass dream. And then I wake up and I'm in the basement in fucking England in Blackpool, Peter Turner tattooing my ankle bone. Piece of shit. He tells everybody, oh, why'd you choose that area? It's the one of the most painful areas are bones. I'm like, I didn't choose it. You grabbed my foot with your fucking 400-pound frame, you fat fuck. And you started tattooing me, so I didn't have a choice. Fuck. This is when he was sloppy Peter. This is when he was a big boy. Which he's lost all that weight since. But man, what a fucking stupid time. Every time I end up with him, somehow I end up in a calamitous situation where my life is at risk. Piece of shit. And he's still here. He's still here. So
anybody considered that Pete Turner could be the person who's bought the?
Well, to be honest with you, it would be if the method is as legit as it seems to be. Pete is the guy who would take that and 10x the money on it.
Yes.
Well, Peter doesn't even. Why would he need that? He has an infinite amount. That's what I was going to mention again, because you mentioned, oh, didn't you have a 2-hour project? His was the reason I brought it up is because also shilling it. It's on my website, gumroad.com/bigcake. But he.
Oh my god, you can't even afford to buy a domain name. You can't.
I pay for Gumroad. I pay for it. You fuck. All right.
Why don't you have pigcake.com and redirect to it with a URL forwarder?
I do. I have pigcake.com that I made the website. It looks like a fucking GeoCities. If you look at actually, no, never mind. It's pigcake.me because I can't even afford pigcake.com. Fuck. But you see it? Do you see it? Pigcake.com. Probably some porn website.
It's just a picture of you.
No, it's not.
Oh no, this links me to a fucking J. Oh yeah, because I found your Pigcake image for a podcast thumbnail, right? Oh god, this website's amazing, Pigcake. This website is fucking amazing.
Yeah, right. Dude,
I made it. Yo, Craig, share Pigcake's website on the screen, please, because it's absolutely amazing.
Okay.
I fucking Nada, dude. ChatGPT and me.
Pete, I'll give you the link, Craig.
Okay.
Yo, you could if you press enable sound, it even makes a little noise,
Wait,
dude.
Craig,
I
I'll send you the
fucking
link.
No, I'm on
I
it.
spent time on this bitch, bro.
Yeah.
But
There you
okay,
go.
yeah, I'll hold
There you
my
go, that's the right one.
thoughts
That's
for
the right one.
after. Oh.
That's the right one, Craig. Share the screen.
Let's see, dude.
Me. Oh,
okay.
God in heaven.
No, what's your other website? Is it lemonparty.com, Cake?
Yeah, no, that's actually it. Me and those are what I worked on with Mark Lemon. So
What the actual fuck is this?
And Craig, go to your Pig Cake's website with Mark Lemon, which is lemonparty.com.
yeah, go to that one.
Not this one that looks like a 1980s fucking.
So that one's Pig Cake's website, which is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, this is just fucking psychedelic 1980s Stranger Things, some sort of fucking fever dream. What the actual.
I got a Lakeside Awards, professional virgin. But I was gonna say, yeah, Lemon Party, dude.
Lemonparty.com is Pig Cake and Mark Lemon's joint website.
Let's see, party.com.
And then press OK to the cookies.
Confirm age.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this kills the bit. Fuck.
Oh no.
And Lloyd.
Okay, never mind. It was just a horrific porn website we were sending you to.
Oh, Lloyd.
I'm
so good.
I'm so disappointed that Lemon Party is bought by like a fucking porn proprietor. Fuck, dude, legend. No, but what I was gonna say is that's PETA doesn't need a fucking like a method that involves spittle to have them stop at the right. Dude, I've seen him do it even when he gets it wrong.
The unnamed open prediction does look like the best one that's ever existed. So
yeah, that is true because at least at the very least for like the Peters methods, there's always okay, start dealing cards and stop whenever you want. Right? There's that. Whereas this is in a moment you're gonna deal the cards and you're gonna stop whenever you want. Make it difficult for me. Right? It's that. And you notice that in this particular iteration of it, fuck, we're going back to this stupid fucking trick. I just realized. But in this iteration of it, I love how he's addressing all the comments that he's had before. Like, hey, listen, we haven't talked before, right? Which is, he might as well have said, fuck you, like Andy, fuck you, Andy. Oh, by the way, I didn't show you a trick beforehand, right? No, fuck you, Andy. Okay. And also, I don't have to touch the cards. I'm just doing this to save time. Fuck you, Andy. Every little point he made was just like a poke to the JERX, which is great. But I'm on his side, man, and I hope that we actually get a conclusion to this because I might just throw myself off the balcony if I have to ever talk this long or listen to anybody ever talk this long about the fucking stop trick, dude. Like, there's so many better fucking like a layperson. Imagine doing that trick. Let's say, for example, that you buy it and you spend $100,000 and you know the method and it's something that's workable and you show that to a fucking layperson, right? And they go, "Oh, cool, yeah." Yeah, it's a card. Yeah, you named it. Because what value are they gonna have? There's no. That's the only thing that would ever to a magician. They look at that and they go, "Oh my god, how did you get me to stop? I could use this in other ways." No, you probably can't. No, you fucking can't.
The woman in the performance looked pretty blown away.
Yeah, no, there's a fairness to it, right? But if you're gonna do a trick,
same as any trick, though. Same as fucking any trick, right?
But it has to have some meaning. It has to have some reason for existing, right? To them that makes it memorable and meaningful and something that they're going to hold on to. Whereas this is just strictly magic porn. This is just
the thing is, we've talked about how people have offered you money in the past, Lloyd, to
yeah, not me. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. Nobody offers me money.
To buy a trick. I honestly believe that if you want to be a star in this industry, the amount of people that have come up to me and said, "I want to buy a trick. I want to be a star in this industry. What trick do I need to buy to make me a star?" There's no single fucking trick that you can buy that's going to make you a star. What makes you a star is you working on yourself. Like, I've just come back from the Alakazam convention,
where you slept for most of the time.
I slept on the first day, and you would as well if you were watching Wayne Goodman lecture. But I was no, tell me. All right, I was tired. It was a great lecture. No,
I have evidence.
No, I did. Thanks to that.
No, I know. There's the evidence.
Yeah. No, thanks to that cunt Fred. little cunty McCunty chops.
He didn't fall asleep there.
Fred, I don't want to do anything but go perform magic to lay people because that's where the real magic is. It's going around and performing magic to lay people. Oh, I love it. Let's go perform it. Oh, there's so many magicians and none of them are going out and performing magic for lay people. They're all hanging around performing magic to fuck off. Anyway.
Are we sure? Are you sure he actually exists and he's just not like a fucking schizophrenic gay elf that you just had?
Fred did not disappoint. He was fucking amazing, and he's a great performer. He's a really great performer, and
I feel so bad for Fred because he's at that stage in magic where he doesn't realize how disappointing it is yet, and he's only just starting to learn that, like, behind the curtains, it's just a mountain of misery and dick jokes.
Yeah, it's funny. But I had a blast with Fred. He's a fucking nice guy. He's too nice to be in magic. He needs to go and do something else. But the point I was trying to make is, while I was at the Alakazam convention, on the gala show was Tom Wright. Tom Wright is a fucking star. I guarantee you in the next 5 years, Tom Wright is going to be in Vegas with his own show. I guarantee you. He is one of the funniest, the most charismatic fucking people I have ever seen perform on a stage. And I'll tell you something else. He wasn't doing anything special. He closed the show with Stretching the Truth. That fucking giraffe trick where the neck rises up from fucking 15 years ago. He had Smash and Stab. There was nothing original in there from a performance.
Are you just like, is he just catching strays without you realizing there was nothing special? There was nothing about it.
The show was amazing. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
That's Christ.
It was one of the no. It was what the point I was trying to make is he hasn't gone and got one trick that's made him a star. He's a star because of him and what he did and how he carried himself on stage and just his Tom Wrightiness. That's what made him a star. And it's not about buying a trick. It's not about, you know, like, oh, this trick is going to make me famous. This trick's going to make me famous. I don't give a fuck who's bought this trick. It's not.
Whoever's bought this trick is adamant they do not want to even be known. So we've got fuck all to do being famous. They either want to hoard the method for themselves or they're going to use it in another way to make money. This person does not, they want to remain anonymous. So celebrity is not the reason they bought the trick.
Ill. That's even, it just, everything, and the more details and the more about this person, I hope they remain anonymous because they really would be the one piece of virginity if they ever come to light, which I don't think they will, to be fair. I really don't. I think that this thing is going to come to a conclusion and nobody's going to know him. Maybe like a year down the line, you'll be like, oh, by the way, yeah, I heard that is, and it's this guy. And it's going to be some like, just like, oh, it's, I can't even like pretend the name that would be interested in this sort of shit. Oh, look, it's just fucking whatever, you know, guy that goes to conventions that we just say hi to. Hey, you know.
Well, that's the problem. That's the other issue that lays within all this. Not only are there are multiple millionaires, within magic. Well, there's a billionaire. There's Copperfield, who's a billionaire.
Yeah.
But there are also people in magic who are multi-millionaires that have fuck you money that are completely unknown, like completely unknown. So, you know, it could be any one of those people who should like, I just want to learn the methods myself. Thanks, bye.
Yeah, I just throw a suitcase full of money. Just here, fucking take it. Fuck yeah. What okay, so what I hope is that we can we could just swiftly move on from this. That I hope that the next update,
if you'd stop talking about it,
is one sentence. All right, which is, hey, all right, guys, it's been concluded. All right, and then that's it. We just move on from there.
The JERX could do one of two things. He could post the conversation that he had with Mr. X. As I'm assuming Mr. X would have visual or audible video proof that the unnamed magician had actually confirmed the method to him. or the JERX cracks the real method. And I don't know how else. Obviously, the guy who bought it is not going to come forward. So that offer to buy it off him and sell it and put Junior back, that's not going to happen. So there's realistic scenarios of that. Or yeah, I think that's really the only conclusion that can come. And I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think that's going to be possible for the JERX. So I think it's going to just be a more mud throwing and goading.
Which, I mean, at the end of the day, the true victor again has been Unnamed Magician, who's apparently swimming in rupees up the ass, bro. And that, let me tell you, man, my type is Indian. There's something about him. All right, the exotic look, their hair. So this guy, if you have even $2,000, all right, in American dollars in New Delhi, you are just set. So God bless him.
Just
all the
for the
love.
record, he's from Canada. So
I'm being extraordinarily racist.
I'm not even kidding.
But do you understand the videos, that face value? I see carpet, I see Indian kids running around, dude. I assume that it's in fucking Baghdad or some other country in India.
Oh God. We're getting so fucking cancelled because of you.
It's all the same island, man.
I don't think it is.
Well, it was a good role model at last.
Oh, fuck.
Then we had to go fucking.
3 episodes
How many,
of this little
let me ask you guys, just being the new member, right? What got you guys to do this shit?
This podcast.
Yeah. It's just because obviously, I do, Lloyd, you've been a name in the industry forever. Craig, you too. And it just seems like you guys would never be the types of people to come together for like an endeavor like this. So it's a weird thing. Just again, knowing you guys isolated and separately, obviously, you could assume a friendship, but to come up and be like, hey, we should do a fucking podcast. Like, it's a weird.
So from my point of view, I was always a huge fan of Lloyd. And I bought all of his stuff. And didn't even know him. Like, I didn't know him at all, didn't know him for Adam, but I was a huge fan of a lot of the stuff he did. And when lockdown hit and I set up Magic TV, I knew I wanted to interview people, and I knew that they'd be sitting at home and wouldn't be able to fucking say no because they've got fuck all else to do. So I started contacting people and getting interviews. And one of the first people I asked to interview was Lloyd, because I had a bucket list of people I wanted to interview because I was interested in finding out what made them tick. Lloyd was at the top of the list, and he immediately came back and said,
50th.
Yeah, you were somewhere down there. So Lloyd came back and said yes, and we set up the podcast interview. Sorry, not the podcast. We'd set up the interview for Magic TV. And no word of a lie, we started talking. Like when you're doing, you and me do it, Big Cake. When I've interviewed you and we chat for a while first before I sit the camera on and I put the camera on. Me and Lloyd set it for 10 a.m. And at 5 p.m., we'd been talking for 7 hours and we still hadn't even bothered putting the camera on. And we just started chatting about everything and really got on. And I was like, shit, well, there's no time to do the podcast. There's no time to do the interview now. We'll have to do it tomorrow. And that was the start of a beautiful fucking friendship. And we have very long conversations sometimes. He's busy, I'm busy, but we have very long conversations. And I think it was Lloyd's idea to go, well, let's take it and just have one of those.
No, it was the podcast. So yeah, so same thing. What I found was that there was no one. Craig interviewed me, or tried to interview me, and I found there was literally no one on my wavelength that I'd met so in line with me ever in magic. I was like, oh fuck, I think I found like my biological brother, because I don't know my real father, so there's a high chance. And I think if you combine me and Craig, our chromosomes do line up to make one full human, in a sense. So I just feel like there's a natural connection there that the same dude fucked my mum and his mum or something.
I wouldn't be surprised. My mom is a fucking whore.
Exactly. So that happened, and then we went to the London Magic Convention is what went down. And I think, I can't remember what, but something was, you'd called me and was like, do you know what, man? Nobody talks openly like we talk behind the scenes. Like how every magic group, I'm guessing every magic fucking WhatsApp group with different little friends, they all like magicians, right? They behind the scenes they'll talk shit about people, or they'll talk shit about products, or they'll just be open and frank about stuff. But behind the scenes, they put on a false persona to an extent, or they just sugarcoat stuff. And most of the time, it's just to not make enemies and to be nice. But a lot of the times, it's people are happy to talk shit behind closed doors, but they won't stand on business publicly. So Craig Colby was like, you know what? When we're in front of people in conventions, we don't change the way we talk. He's like, we don't change the way we talk to each other. He's like, could you ever imagine pressing record on this shit and seeing if it does anything? Or if other people... And it was about, I think from Craig's point of view, from what I remember, it was about like just being like, you know what? Everyone has these conversations behind closed doors, but most people are too pussy to actually stand behind it. So do you want to record it? And I remember being like, the only rule is you do not change the way you talk on record to how you talk off record. Yeah, it just have to be you, and that was it. And then it unfortunately blew up because I fucking hate doing this shit. And the more we do them, the more people listen.
No, now you have a convention.
And we had a problem when we first, after doing it for a couple of years, you got really fucking busy with like squirting out children and Murphys and renovating a house and moving house and everything. So we just did sporadic episodes when we had something to sell. But we always knew we wanted to kind of get back to doing the podcast. And when Lloyd eventually told Murphys to go, take their fucking job, turn it sideways, and shove it straight up Austin Murphy's backside.
That didn't happen.
No, in my head it happened. In my head, what actually happened is Lloyd flew to California, burst open the doors to fucking to Murphy's, walked into Austin Murphy's office, pulled his trousers down, bent him over, and took every single individual Lux one by one and jammed them right up there. And then going, see you later, motherfucker. In my head, that's exactly what happened. But when he...
For the record, I was really sad to leave Murphy's.
Yeah, I felt like I was very amicable, like,
it just wasn't...
Hey, man.
It just wasn't worth my time in a monetary sense to stay there.
Yeah, you can't change what happened in my head. That's what fucking happened in my head.
Yeah, that's a lot more exciting than, hey man, no, it was just a disagreement.
Well,
we're just gonna
we
go
should
separate
know the genesis of you coming on board, because you were one of the first and only people we've ever had come on a podcast as a guest. And same scenario, we fell in love with you because we realized you were basically this third
one of us.
So
One of us. Yeah, it was so funny.
And then you did it. Then you were one of the hosts of the podcast live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I forgot why. I think you were sick, Lloyd.
I did not want to be part of it because it was so bad the first two times. So I say, can you take my place and nominate yourself as tribute to take this L publicly that Craig refused to acknowledge was terrible. And now we're going to do it for 2 days.
Yeah, dude. Wow. Imagine 2 hours is kind of fucked. So let's just do a convention where we have to deal with dealers and, performers and fucking A, dude. Is the venue like a shithole or is it actually nice?
It's a beautiful venue.
Everyone's complaining that it's in the middle of nowhere. So there is that.
Weatherspoons. You should have just not even, oh, hey, we're going to do you guys don't have this here in England or in Wales. Fuck, sorry. Where there's a thing that kids do, and I say kids, and I'm being
they shoot other kids.
Well, no, all right. I was gonna say I'm trying my best not to be racist, and then you immediately start talking about kids
and racist. It's not racist. No, because they have school shootings.
School shootings, okay, all right,
Why
whatever.
Did you go to race?
Dude, let's not talk about your bias here, okay? All right, it's time to be a little bit unbiased. Be a male nurse, okay? So that should be the name of the episode, male nurse. Just, I don't know if he might not enjoy that because you're friends now with him, Lloyd. Sorry, Craig.
Well, no, to let everyone know where we are with Unbiased Magic Reviews. Because,
okay, I'm glad you said it. I wanted you to confirm it that I'm talking about him.
Yes, because you must have noticed that me and Lloyd are just letting Pink Cake talk about male nurses and we're not really kind of getting involved. The reason is me and Lloyd had a very public back and forth with Unbiased for several years. And it took up a lot of my time. It took up a lot of Lloyd's time. And it spanned many different products and many different things. And Lloyd's done videos, I've done videos, Unbiased has done videos, and we've all got too much fucking time on our hands. We wanted to bury the hate, so we all got together.
We did bury the hate.
Yeah, we got together and we were like, look, let's just have a truce. I interviewed him on Magic TV, and it was actually a really good interview. And when I was chatting to him, I actually found that I had common ground with him, which was amazing, because every single person I've ever had a beef with, I've found common ground eventually. Luke Dancy, Unbiased Magic Reviews, everybody. There's only
Peter Eggink.
He doesn't count because he's just doesn't count. However, I would happily create a product with Peter Eggink if it was a good one. But by the by, we had a great conversation, and we just promised that we'd bury the hatchet, and we promised that we would never say anything about Unbiased. He wouldn't say anything about us, because it was just too fucking toxic. It was just it was never going to end. It was getting worse and worse and worse. It was, now I'm going to make it a video. Now I'm going to make a video. Now I'm going to make a video. And it was just like, we've all got too much other stuff that we can talk about, and life's too fucking short to be going back and forth. So instead, I decided to go and get sued by Yigal Masika. That was my next. That was the level up. And I hope one day, I hope I can find common ground with Mr. Masika. I hope one day we can be sitting around a fire, sharing stories about situations that we've been in with the invisible elastic thread, and we can find common ground. I look forward to that one day at some point in the future, but it's not happening anytime soon.
And it'll happen on Magic TV. It'll happen in some weird back mansion in Tel Aviv, I feel. He seems like the type of guy that'll refuse to be on like a Zoom call and be like, no, just come. I pay, just come to my mansion, my villa.
Why did he suddenly become Cuban?
He is Cuban.
I was wondering why.
Not him. He's doing
I'm Cubano. I was wondering why we started talking about this, and then I realized, racism, and then shootings, and then I was going to mention something that happens here in the United States, which are called takeovers, which is a trend amongst youth, where they pick a location and they just go, come to the Denny's takeover. And it's like 30 or 40 youth at Denny's, doing youth activities. So what I thought is that your convention would be the same, that you just play like a Witherspoons in, let me try to think of a shithole, Bradford, right? And then, or Blackpool, and you just go in there and then just have your convention with, by the way, no prior knowledge or sort of communication with Witherspoons. You just do it and then set up your little thing, set up the cameras. Oh no, yeah, we're just doing a convention. Don't worry, you just keep doing you. I thought that's what it would have been, but you guys got a nice location. That's kind of lame.
We're organized.
Let's be real. Have you spoke to them since I called you 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. I've left 4 more voicemails. They're fine. They've sent me a message back saying it's all fine. Because
one of the boys messaged me like, just so you know, because Craig said he confirmed one of the artists that was lecturing. I spoke to that lecturer who had no idea. That was Kieran Johnson, who was like, Craig never spoke to me. And then on the same day, I got a message from the boys being like, just so you know, there is a soul night booked for the convention center that night.
Yeah, I have rung up and had a go at them about that, because I've got email proof that they gave me that day.
What did they say?
Huh?
What did they say?
They've said it's absolutely fine. The guy that I spoke to said he's going to check it and get back to me. He hasn't got back to me yet, but he said it's fine. It's absolutely.
So you haven't
fine.
been down there. You haven't taken them.
I use that venue a hell of a lot. There is no way they're going to stiff me or fuck me over in a million fucking years. Because
for the record, I'm saying this now. I don't think Craig's booked it.
I'm telling you fucking now. I
don't think he booked it. I don't think he's booked it.
I am one of the most disorganized people in the world. However, I have an office of people in there that do that shit for me. You can't run a company that delivers 18,000 events a fucking year.
Just to be clear,
organizing on a given weekend 400 or 500 gigs and making sure that every single entertainer gets to every single gig. You can't have that fucking situation and get to as successful as the company is without having a team that are super fucking organized. If I was left to organize it, it would never.
We're just hearing a lot of fucking rabble, right? But this next question is a yes/no answer only. No other words involved either side of the padding of the yes or the no. In the almost 3 weeks since I asked you to attain confirmation that the venue has been officially booked and there is no soul night taking place in our convention on the night, have you had official confirmation from the venue that that is true? Yes or no?
No, but I'm not worried because I've
a team of people who organizes this cunt's life have not even bothered to get confirmation that the venue is booked.
It's booked.
It's 3 weeks. It's
Look at me. Do I look fucking worried?
No,
You said Soul Night, though.
You also Soul Night, yeah. You also said all you had left to
What
do
is
with
that?
Kieran Gospel was cross the I's and dot the T's, and then dot T's, cross the I's. I mean, hey, I called him, or he called me. I was like, "What's this convention everyone's talking about?"
Well,
I love that.
it was a bit of an
You could announce anyone.
period.
You could announce anyone in that sort of context. You could just say David
Actually,
Copperfield
we're
is going to
talking
come.
about the convention. Should we announce the third name?
No, because you haven't confirmed it.
I haven't confirmed what?
The third name.
The name?
I have confirmed it. I've literally fucking confirmed it with them. I've confirmed it. I've spoken to him. I rang you after I'd spoken to him. He is 100% fucking on board.
I'll probably speak to them myself just to double check.
You don't fucking need to. You don't.
Well,
So the third lecture in the Magic Podcast fucking convention is, well, hype them up first. Hype them up.
let's just wait until next week. 'Cause I'm not. Let's at least get confirmation the venue's booked. Before we start confirming any more lecturers, we should probably confirm the venue's booked. You've had 3 weeks. Get the team of 14 people to make the phone call or drive 10 minutes down the road.
Okay. But I've got the name right here. Do you want me to announce it?
Right, I've got names. Oh, fucking Tom Mullica's booked.
Oh,
Dead.
Well,
Yo,
basically confirmed.
Guy is confirmed. We can announce it right now.
We'll double check with the venue first because my 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
so
since
I'm
they
giving
told
you an
us-
idea then.
3 weeks since the venue publicly posted that they have a soul night on that night.
What does that mean? What the fuck is a soul night?
I don't even know.
Whoa, I just flipped here. That's
How do you do that?
Yo, Kaylee just got sent flowers from the Cardiff Magic Society. I'm guessing that's Ryan Chard and the team there. Say thank you for us hosting that Fuller night. How cool's that? Thank you, Cardiff Magic Society, yo.
hey, thank you, Carter. What the fuck is a soul night?
Soul music. Soul
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to call them
Is it
now
like-
and get hold of them. You two keep talking.
Is
Okay, don't
is
forget
it like?
your-
Yeah, of course. Could you imagine? Craig is there, and then the whole conversation. Hey, Jim Pace. So look, I know we're waiting on you for the whole thing, dude. I'm on your side. I love the web, by the way. I love the web. But it's like in Blackpool.
Picking, watch the sheer panic come across Craig's face now as they go, sorry, no, we've got a soul night booked for that.
Or no, even better. Hey, the magician. He goes, dude, who are you? What the fuck? Craig Petty
Yeah.
from Red? Yeah, no, thank you. I mean, just
Yeah, we don't get involved in legal battles. Like this one, we're out sitting at this one out. Oh, look at, and he's forgotten that he's. Look at the panic on his face.
I'm just glad that the
Yeah.
camera's still on and you can see him. If this is on
Oh,
Spotify
God.
right now,
You know when it
Craig is
gets cold and your testicle skin just crinkles up into a brain? Look at his forehead
Yeah.
right now. It's gone from smooth, it looked like a toenail, and now it's starting to look like a pug's arsehole.
I love the idea. I would love the idea of this convention. And there's like, no, sorry, we're booked. We have a soul night in the fucking venue.
Yeah. Also, it's such bullshit. I left him 4 voicemails and I got a team. No, he didn't. He's completely
Yeah, well-
got it as bottom tier priority.
Let me be an ignorant American, all right, and just think that nothing of substance gets done in the entirety of the United Kingdom. All right, that whole island is just it's just
Look at
not.
the-
It's a
look at the-
compromise.
Look at the panic on his face.
Yeah. This conversation, by the way, had it been a positive one, it would have been a minute. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm talking to Lloyd here in the podcast, and he says that I didn't confirm it, but we're definitely confirmed, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. But instead, it's been 3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah, this is not. Now he's got a confused face.
He has the same face of a person that's just been told, dude, you're being audited right now. Like
Yeah.
the tax man is coming over, and we're going through every receipt in the past year to make sure you're not lying.
Oh, now
Okay,
he's like
I think
rage quit the phone call. Now he's. Oh God, look at him. Oh, he does not look happy. Shit. This is him going. I said, in my
I can't
opinion, he's a patent troll. I said, in my opinion, he's a patent troll. What do you mean? You can't sue me for sharing an opinion.
I want to speak on behalf of myself in the court case. Like, imagine he takes the stand himself. I'm taking the stand myself. Is what it. This is a second phone call, by the way.
Oh, it's the second phone call. Oh,
This is,
okay. That was definitely Craig checking his emails to make sure he had confirmed, which he definitely has not confirmed the venue.
For the team of 14 people. But have you seen, in fairness, have you seen the people? Have you seen them? Like that team is at Magic TV, dude. Come on, like we're in a group chat with one of them. You know, the people that end up on like in fucking Blackpool. What I was gonna say about this shit is that it reminds me in Blackpool when immediately after the Magic convention, it's like it's always some sort of convention on pigeons or some weird.
Oh, yeah, pigeon racing. Well,
It's like, Winter Gardens. Oh yeah, they're the world famous host of the Magic Blackpool Magic convention, and then the week later, it's the convention on fucking people with toe fetishes.
Oh my God,
You know?
sorry, but look at Craig's face right now.
Yeah,
That
dude.
face is, it's like he's taking a phone call of a police officer who's trying to explain there's been a horrific accident with a family member, and he doesn't quite. What do you mean that I'm never going to see them again? What do you mean they're not coming back? Can you? What?
You know what?
But is there a chance? Like, are they, what do you mean? They're intubated? Are they what?
I'm of two minds here. I'm of two minds because this is the conversation that would have taken place after the podcast had you let him announce the person, right? So
Yeah.
had you let but because you decided to be stubborn and say no, we're getting to enjoy this muted of the conversation like being recorded live. This is what I love, and it's not positive because
No, yeah.
how even positive again.
He's entered into phase 5, which is acceptance. No, I think, yeah. He's like, okay, all right, fuck, well. And I hope he understands that we can't change the dates because people have booked hotels, and I'm guessing a large majority of them have knock-on cancellation policies. So,
Does anybody have a lobby that we could just be in there for 2 days? Okay, we're not asking much. We're just asking to set up 5 tables for dealers, a couple of microphones, some speakers. We're not asking for much.
Mum's pussy.
Yeah, nice, good job, good job,
I'm sure
dude.
she's
Hey,
had
good.
more than 5. I'm sure she's had more than 5 dealers in her life.
5 dealers, including Noel Quarter and fucking Roddy McGee in there, dude. Fucking they ejected in my mom's pussy.
Trick, boom inside her.
I didn't understand what the fuck that was. I had to have them explain it. But this is definitely not positive. This hasn't been a positive
No.
conversation. Yeah,
There should have
there's
been
no
a,
way.
there should have been a, yeah, there should have been a, hey, just to confirm, yeah, all booked in, cool. Instead, it's gone, wait a minute, who the fuck was Barry White? What?
Yeah.
What do you mean it's a Barry White shreddy dance? We've got 12 people come into this convention. 3 of
Yeah,
them are
you know,
electric.
Barry White's black, right? The guy you have booked is a fucking is a Wales lad, is a Welsh lad. You fuck. It's not even
Yeah, now
correct,
he's-
dude. Third call. This is the third phone call he's made.
Yeah. This is
It's
hilarious.
funny that you said yeah at the same time we said yeah. Like it's almost like we could do like he's our puppet. It's like no, dude, I got the fucking cream for my balls, dude. No, doesn't hurt at all. Come on, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just very angrily said, "Yeah, of course," and he looked very
Yeah.
angry at it. Oh,
So wait, but I
God.
thought he was just gonna. I thought he was gonna call the magician and confirm, not the venue.
No, I made him call the venue. This is the venue he's talking to.
my. Oh, no problem. Okay, then they're making him wait.
Yeah, he's saying, yeah, no problem. I think, yeah. So the cool thing about this is that this is Craig's blunder. This has nothing to do with me. So I am.
Here we go.
Okay, Craig's back.
What
Oh,
have
you haven't
been
unmuted.
talking
Wait,
about?
God, we've been
What have you
laughing at. Well, tell us the news, Craig.
The news is fine. Like I said, the news, there's absolutely not a problem. I just spoke to the main guy that I spoke to before, and he absolutely 100% confirmed that we had the conversation and that I wanted those dates. That is 100% confirmed. There is no Soul Night on. They have accidentally put on the Saturday some sort of dance show, but he confirmed with me that I booked it with him first, and that the booking is in our name. And he's just said he's going to call me back later. He's going to speak to whoever booked in the dance show, and they're going to speak to them about moving it, because they really. I've already said to him, if this goes really well, it's going to be a yearly thing. I've done multiple events with them before. I'd probably do 4 or 5 events a year. And he said there's absolutely not a problem. He remembered having the conversation with me about this before anything else was booked in. And he can see on the system that it was confirmed, but for some reason there was no contract sent out for some reason. But he said that there's not an issue. He said he's going to look into it. He's going to get back to me later on today, but there's not a problem.
So there's definitely been an issue then.
There's been an issue
In which they've been double booking, and they didn't confirm it with you.
But from his point of view, I contacted him. He gave me the dates. I went back and I said, I want these dates. He said, they're available. I went, that's fine. They haven't sent me anything. That's their problem. And then somebody else has been booked in on the Saturday, not on the Sunday, but on the Saturday.
If we hadn't had this conversation, we would have turned up to a fucking child beauty pageant taking place.
I think I would let that happen, Lloyd.
Yes, I do. Yes, I 100% do, without a shadow of a fucking doubt. Don't forget, we're not Andy Gladwin and Joshua J. We couldn't organize you can't organize a wank in a brothel.
You do realize, again, we put on hundreds of events every single week.
And the one time you had to get confirmation instead of your team.
He got confirmation that he had a conversation with the person, and that they
verbally booked it over the phone. I verbally booked it over the phone.
You said you did it in person to me.
Huh? No, I went in there in person to look around the venue, and I had the conversation, and he gave me the dates. I then went back to you with the dates, and then I rang him up and I said, these are the dates we want. So when I spoke to him, it was verbally over the phone. I confirmed we wanted the 15th and the 16th of August.
So look, I don't mind a good dance contest, so I'm prepared to see a gala show or diversity. With a little pop and lock in that they do. That's kind of cool. That's kind of magic, right?
That they do.
Yeah.
They do. That's fucking rough. That is rough, Lloyd.
No. There's a group in Britain called Diversity. They're a dance act. They won Britain. They came second on Britain's Got Talent to Susan Boyle. Sorry, that probably sounds odd in America. Yeah. No,
I was gonna say that they're so loud in movie theaters. It's like that.
Diversity are like a national treasure.
Ashley Banjo, Harry.
You ever heard of Ashley Banjo?
Dude, nobody knows Robbie Williams. There's a movie that just came out with him as a monkey, which is fucking weird. Nobody fucking knows who the fuck that is here. And yet he's like royalty in England. Yeah. Dynamo, nobody fucking knows. Darren, nobody knows here. Like, this is just weird.
People must know Darren.
Yeah, he had a Broadway show.
Bro, that's like having a fucking bowel movement in the back of a fucking Denny's. Like, it's not really a huge, which is what I almost had yesterday. With fucking Peter Turner.
This is the funniest fucking episode.
Oh, I was gonna ask, Craig, did you talk to the magician too, or did you just call the venue? Because it looked like you had 3 phone calls.
I've already confirmed. I can give his name now. He's 100% confirmed.
I'm gonna wait until you get that confirmation signed from the venue before announcing anyone else.
Okay. All right.
I think we
right.
have to. I think we have to, because they could say, "Oh, look, that dance troupe has outbid you." Their business.
You know what? If
No,
I would find a way to,
but that's fine. He's getting back to me later on today, and he's going to send the contract over straight away. Totally not.
Okay.
There you go. Non-issue,
There you
Lloyd.
go.
Come on,
Non-issue.
Lloyd.
Non-issue. Non-issue. They didn't even have the other. Well, I mean, they did have another thing booked, and they didn't confirm it, and now they do have to go and try to cancel the dance off.
Hey, all I know is from my point of view, I verbally confirmed it. They said they'd send a contract. They never sent a contract. That's not on me.
And then 3 weeks ago, when I said, "Hey, there might be an issue here,"
I tried to call them a couple of times. I've been busy getting sued, Lloyd.
Dude, 14,000 events, Lloyd.
You guys, you
14
should know
members of
more.
staff
You should
were
know
getting
more than
sued.
anyone how fucking stressed out I am at the moment with all of the shit that's going on.
Dude, getting sued, all right, by a Luke Jew, okay? 13,000 events that he does a year. Dude,
Can I just point out that the opinions of Pig Cake does not represent the opinions of Craig Petty?
dude, if he comes after me, that guy's gonna have to owe money, bro, because I got nothing. That guy's gonna have to
when he loses to
fucking.
Craig anyway.
And you're gonna be like, wait, what's what? How am I in a negative after going after fucking Pig Cake? First of all, what's a Pig Cake? And if he sues Pig Cake, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I sue Pig Cake. You can sue Pig Cake. I could just come up with Pig Cake with 2 E's LLC. Fucking Pig Cake Limited. You know, fuck, dude. I have an endless array. I'll just dissolve Pig Cake. Whatever. I'm not giving. Oh, good job. This has just been. I've been nothing but nice to you this entire episode, and you make fun of my mom's fanny. All right, you fucking implied that she's had what a Noah Quarter and Roddy McGee having to weigh inside of her. You've made fun of my height, dude. My goodness, this is just a. I didn't know I came here to get attacked. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, this might be. You know what? Fuck it. I might just end up being on that lawsuit. That's the other side. We have one more witness. We have one more character witness, and I show up from the back like I'm fucking Stone Cold Steve, 1 chromosome or half a chromosome. Fuck.
This news. Someone's fucking. Someone's put 10 pence in his Pig Cake, and he's just gone. Fucking.
What I love, by the way, I love that, you know, usually when it comes to conventions and all this stuff, these things are thought up and confirmed, and everything's in writing long in advance. Andy Gladwin, you think Joshua J and Andy Gladwin would ever fucking do anything with it? But you guys have announced, you guys have had fucking dealers, you have lectures, you still have a verbal confirmation that you have the venue.
It's the Wayne's World of conventions, man. But no, they will come.
Magic podcast. Look, let's
I
go.
think even Wayne's World booked the fucking location, though.
No, they
Yeah, and they just showed up. They did a takeover. So what I'm suggesting to you guys is to look up on TikTok takeovers. All right, get some advice from the, you know, POC youth in the United States, and if the venue falls through, just put a post on Instagram, crudely Photoshop your figure on the back of the venue, wherever Witherspoons. What's a good common place in England? Japudi kebabs, all right, like a very common place that you'd find on any street corner in England, and just show up. Just show up. Who's gonna stop you, huh? Rajneesh, dude, he's probably a magician too. He'd enjoy it.
What is happening? What's happening?
As far as I'm concerned, you guys have no problem. That's what I'm saying. That's my conclusion. There's no issue. I'm on Team Craig here. All right, Craig, I'm on you.
I have full confidence this convention is going to take place.
Okay.
I just don't know what the fuck is going to.
So, guys, little change of plans. It's in the parking lot.
We never promised that this would be the most organized convention. We never promised that this would.
It's part of the allure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that has a nice charm for 2 hours.
And also,
And then,
please remember that if me and Lloyd can fucking do this, anybody can. Like, yeah.
Well, I had one until you guys ruined the
It's not
headliner.
confirmed that we can do this yet, Craig.
Craig speaking like, yeah, it was a great thing we did, as if it's already happened.
The greatest
Right.
convention, the greatest magic convention.
It's gonna be awesome.
But I mean, so but both of you guys are lecturing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny. So right off the bat, it's like, okay, you've already knocked down 2, and then you have Kieran Johnson, which is already a wonderful get that he didn't know he was. It's a good lecture when he doesn't even know what he's gonna say, or that he didn't even know he was gonna be on it. So yeah, the material he's gonna provide.
I personally
top
think
tier.
we should invite Pig Cake to the convention.
I think we should. Obviously, but dude, we
I-
decided to sell tickets for £50, so this might be self-funded.
Next year. I was gonna say next year. I think it's I'll definitely do that.
Well, first of all, Craig's using the profit, and I said anything that would potentially come my way for it is going 100% towards the lawsuit. But if there is if there's some spare, then we should totally pay for Pig Cake's flights. And
Oh, yeah.
Is there a?
I would love to
Hold
try
up
and
a
get you.
second.
I would love to see a Pig Cake lecture. I would die.
I have one. Yeah, I've. It's funny. I think I mentioned to you, Craig, in that podcast that I
Yeah,
texted
you've got a lecture,
listening.
yeah.
No, but it's been my goal. I've always wanted to lecture because I was a teacher by profession, and then they kicked me out because the thing I did that was unfortunate. But
rapes.
we don't talk about that. I can't talk about that legally. But I've always wanted to lecture, and I feel like the next logical step would be to do some sort of thing, and I'd love to do it. My entire lecture, I wrote it up. It's about lying, being better at lying than other magicians, because we don't do it often enough. Like magicians lie about pointless things, lie about things that mean something. Like, oh yeah, some other people. Just it's there. But what I was gonna say is this fucking convention to fund the lawsuit? Is that what you said?
No, if this
Okay.
convention was to fund a lawsuit, we'd be charging more than 50 quid a ticket.
I was gonna say,
What happened was, it was like, we were on here and we were like, what should we charge for this? And I was like, fuck it. I'm not interested in money. £50 for 2 days and 6, potentially 7 lecturers with you and orbital lecturers, which is the bargain of the century. And then I was like, yeah, Craig, if there's any money left over, you would have given to me. Fucking stick it in a lawsuit.
just take it. Okay.
We might. There's not really going to. To be honest, this isn't really. Me and Lloyd are both. I think we can both say we're not money motivated, are we, Lloyd? Like,
I don't give
if
a
I was
fuck.
money motivated, I'd be wearing more than just plaid shirts and black t-shirts. Like, we're just not. We're not money motivated. We want to have the convention that we would want to go to. A really fun, friendly convention with the type of people that we would normally want to book. That's what kind of.
What a fucking bargain, though. $50. Even again, not to pull the curtain here, but even just to see you guys do lectures, $50 for 2 days, and you get Kieran, and you haven't even announced Jim Pace, and you haven't even.
And Ben Williams is fucking lecturing.
Yeah, Ben Williams too. Sorry, yeah, I forgot to mention him.
Ben motherfucking Williams.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
wow. So, and dealers there? No, that's an absolute robbery.
We've already got like 7 or 8 dealers confirmed. I just confirmed card, coins, cubes, Kev G and Conquerhouse.
Okay. So
Basically, I had McGee and Noel Quarter.
And
the
Magic,
Yep.
Ian Bailey.
Jack Magic. I just did a video with them for their charge trick that I did the tutorials for. And again, Jack, I love James Keatley, Chris James. They're fucking so smart when it comes to, especially I don't want to say one is smarter than the other when it comes to this stuff, but James is just such like a wonderful mind when it comes to magic. Like his stuff is very easy, very practical, very off the wall. And Chris is just another sort of powerhouse when it comes to just like an underrated like thinker when it comes to stuff. And
crazy that James Keatley and Chris James kind of run this company together, whilst Chris is also the face of Alakazam in America. It's kind of interesting.
yeah.
Can I just say a quick thing? Because I love the guys to bits, but not to detract, it would take 16 ticket sales to get Pig Kick over the convention.
Really?
So if you're listening, here's the thing. If you're listening and you're
That's
a big
a lot,
supporter of
dude.
what we do, it's not a lot. How many sales have
Well-
how many tickets have gone so far, Craig? Like, where are we at?
Yeah, we're doing really well. I think we're up to about 80 or something like that.
So
You know what it is? It's that I would assume that you would have to get paid to go to England, right? Like that would be the move. So to think that you would have to actually buy a ticket and then end up in England, to me, it's just like, wow,
like,
dude, people do that.
But it's £50.
People live
Go to
there.
the magiccon.com. You may just want to buy a ticket to get Pig Cake over here, and you might not even be going.
Maybe we need to send up a little Cuban GoFundMe.
A little fucking a little GoFundMe.
If we've sold that many tickets so far,
so boy, we have a GoFundMe. We already have one set up for Gaz Lawrence for the website that he needs. So we have one GoFundMe there. We have a fucking Give Send Go for the Loop Juke, and then we have the what was the website you used for the Loop Juke?
What?
What was the website?
Yeah,
Give Send
Go. Give Send Go.
Oh, it's actually Give Send Go. It's funny because I just randomly named like a fundraising website, and that happens to be the same one. I just want to say Loop Juke over and over again. Have you noticed that?
I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word.
Okay.
Over here. Okay. Not saying a word about anything to do with that. I'm nothing. I'm not interacting with that statement at all in any way, shape.
Okay, good. That's enough. Well, you could find my name here if you wanted to give me any sort of litigation. So, fuck, I changed it to Pig Cunt. I realized that I should have just stated as Peter Turner because I'm on his Zoom. How fucking ghetto is that I'm on his Zoom account signed into my computer? But no, what a bargain. To be fair, that's crazy that you guys are doing that. Now, what I wonder is, was it sort of, because I wasn't around to go to conventions when, like, for example, Magi Fest was starting off, when Magic Live was, were they sort of cheap as shit and small, and then obviously they grow to what they are now? Have they always just been absurdly expensive because they were money grabs? Like, you guys obviously want to keep this up to do conventions.
I mean, everything's risen with inflation. The session used to be like 80 quid a ticket, maybe, or maybe that for one day, or 100 for the weekend. Like, but it's been running for 20 years now, so now it's towards that 300 mark for the 3 days that it's on.
Yeah, which is not bad. I've just been to the Alakazam convention, which was a one-day convention. Really, really nice convention. One-day convention. I think that was about 100 quid, 100 and something quid.
Oh, really?
Another bargain. And that's Peter Nardi. Peter Nardi is like he's going to have that Scrooge McDuck room where it's just a bunch of coins that he swims in at some point with how much he's made in Magic. That's just,
yeah.
I love it.
I wonder who's got the most money, Joshua J or Peter Nardi.
Oh, Joshua J.
What? No. Nardi, 100%. I think the Nardi estate. I think Nardi has he has just a room with money with his face on it. That's like legal tender. That somehow he's commissioned.
About it. Pete's bought everything recently. He's bought the 1914. He's bought Magic. He's set up his own streaming platform.
Joshua J is definitely wealthy. He's had like Broadway, off-Broadway runs of shows, televisions, throws basketballs sometimes and stuff.
Yeah, but the thing with Josh is all of that stuff is just him. Like,
does he exactly? There's no one else to split it with. Does he have to pay a license fee for his voice?
Well, that's a good one. His appearances on the Muppets.
Yeah, does he have to pay 10% to Kermit the Frog for the use of his voice?
Might do, yeah.
Maybe that. So that might take a chunk, Love you, Josh.
I was gonna say, I don't think he likes me. I mentioned that before.
I don't think he likes me. Have you noticed that Joshua J sounds almost fucking identical to Kermit the Frog?
Yeah, that's the bit. That's the bit, dude. I was hoping that you don't have to explain the joke like I usually have to do when it comes to my bits. Fuck. It's great to deal with, because one thing about you guys that I've realized, the English or the Welsh, is that you guys are so quick compared to us Americans when it comes to like comebacks, like the one of my mom. Like when it comes to your bits, you're so quick. And I realize it's because you guys have nothing better to do, most of you,
on each other,
than most of you guys drink, and then most of you guys just banter all day because you don't want to be home. Because, whatever the usual Englishman, the white's the pig, right? So they're just at the pub all day, just throwing back pints of whatever the fuck, and they just banter. We don't have that. So we're like, our ability to quit and sort of like do comebacks it's nothing compared to you guys.
I watched the roast of Kevin Hart last night, and like the audience was so shocked at some of the things they were saying. And like Z and Kaylee was sat there like, this is literally just like going to the pub. Or like, it's like, I don't drink anymore. So, but it's like, the Americans are like, oh my God, I can't believe they said that about their friend. And it's me and Kaylee like, that's literally how we speak to our best friends on a good day.
Yep.
Dude, all the blessing to you, by the way. It's funny just mentioning that because I'm gonna turn into you, dude. You're my inspiration. I'm gonna start fucking running. I'm not gonna drink anymore. Just because every single time I have fucking beers, I think it's of the age I get hungover during drinking. So I'm just like, oh, I'll have like a rum and coke, which is my drink, rum and Diet Coke, because I'm a word that I can't say here. Just there,
I'm
drinking.
pretty sure there's literally not a word you can't say on this podcast.
There are words.
Oh, no, I think there is.
Yeah, there's definitely. But you know, the best part is you could think
that shows Craig's innocence, in fairness. Because I can think of
yeah, dude. That's the best part. You could think them and nobody can do anything about it. And right now, trust me, Nate, I'm thinking them. I'm just. oh, that was terrible. That was a hard R. That was a hard R. But the point is that every time that was, by the way,
I wasn't thinking that word. I wasn't thinking that word.
The instruction you gave me right before I went live on stage in Blackpool to do the live podcast was, dude, just please don't say slurs. Just don't say slurs, man. And I'm like, I was like vibrating because that's literally all I say. But yeah, I get hungover during. There's nothing good about alcohol. I used to be straight edge. So I was the opposite. I was straight edge until I was 27. I didn't drink. I didn't do anything. I didn't do nicotine. Straight edge completely. I
had argument. 30.
That's
I started
so
smoking
funny.
to impress Kaylee because she used to smoke. I was like, oh, I smoke too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How long did you you didn't look like did you take up that habit for a long time or did you stop?
Oh, I did it for 2 years. I used to smoke every now and then on a night out, but like I started smoking sober to impress Kaylee because she'd been smoking since she was 16.
Oh my God, that's just part of it, though. Yeah, that's
She's
just English
culture.
culture or Welsh, UK culture. Because for us, bro, the kids are into like pills now. That's the big thing. When I was a teacher, they were into like cigarettes was never a thing. That was when I was in middle school. But then
it was like back over here as well. It was like solid weed was a thing. It's squidgy black they used to call it, and fingering. Like that's all the teenagers used to do. And now they're into like coke and drugs and anal parties or anal.
Yeah, they're into like butt stuff. My goodness, I was into Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and these guys are into fucking fisting, which reminds me of Doug McKenzie for some reason.
What? Why? What?
Well, to be fair, I've had correspondence with Doug forever now on Instagram, and then I met him in Magic Live, and within 20 minutes of knowing him and meeting him and eating and having conversation, he's like, dude, I have a video that nobody has ever sat through more than 5 seconds of, and I'm like, dude, there is nothing in this planet that could faze me. There is nothing. 5 seconds is.
Oh wait! I know what the video is. Stay there.
Oh, here we go, Craig. Let me put myself in Oz Perlman's shoes and sort of use my sort of inductive reasoning that I learned from the running Jew to see what Lloyd is thinking. Oh.
That's the video that nobody ever sat through 5 seconds of.
I thought you were going to pull up my shit. That's what I thought. I would have bet all my net's worth of 17 cents that you were going to put like, flip kick. But that's better.
I didn't even know your channel was still alive, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, my bad. I didn't even know. That's my favorite comment that I get, by the way. Like, hey, what are you doing? Like nowadays, I'm like, I'm still posting very often, dude. Like I still post almost weekly, dude. Like every week, like 4 videos. I still do it, dude. Oh shit, man, my bad. That's always the same conversation. Oh, what are you doing? I have a channel. Like I've been posting nonstop for years, dude. But Doug McKenzie goes, there's no way you could last 5 seconds through watching this video. And again, I'm not phased. I could fucking sit through anything, dude.
You're not in like
Couldn't
5 seconds.
I couldn't last 3 seconds, dude. I could not last 3 seconds of watching it, and it was just it's unwatchable. It's great
What
dual
is it?
reality. I don't know if I could describe it on YouTube, to be honest. Like I really don't. But it involves what I joked about earlier in the
Fisting.
capacity of fisting, but not just single fisting, my friend.
Double fisting.
Bro, double fisting, man. And the best part is that we were with what's his name? Oh, bro, you're not gonna believe this, bro. What's his name? Fuck.
Ryan Tricks.
There you go. Okay. I tell Ryan.
You got that from that expression. I love how you got Ryan Tricks and that.
Only one person who speaks like that. You're the Daddy Dyer of magic.
Bro, I was with like 2 birds, bro, at the same time, bro. It's like, no, you weren't, mate. No, you weren't. No, you weren't, bro. I fucking love Ryan for like 5 minutes at a time. Like my tolerance for Ryan Tricks, it's 5 minutes, and then afterwards, I'm just like fantasizing about the nearest gun. That's like, okay, so that cop, if I just hit that cop in the ankle, they're gonna call so then I can just get the. But he was going around showing random people at the fucking Orleans Hotel food court fucking this video where it's like, I'll tell you how the video starts, right? It's a guy skateboarding, and then he jumps, and then sort of like you see that he's not gonna make it. And I go, okay, it's just gonna be a guy breaking his bone, and then I'm gonna watch some fucking bone. Whatever. I've seen an infinite amount of those. But then it hard cuts to, I can't even think about it without fucking almost yakking again. 2 guys bent over, and there's this action going, and there's liquid coming out, and there's stuff. And imagine Ryan Tricks approaching you, bro, you have to see this, man. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. You can't last 5 seconds watching this video, bro. Random guys. Imagine you're there having a fucking Whataburger, and you get shown a video. Okay. He's telling us 1 second. Okay.
He's going
I'll be
to go
back.
jerk off. He's going to go jerk off. I'm fine.
He couldn't handle it.
I don't know what's wrong with you. I lasted at least 10.
Yeah, he's gonna come back like this.
Little weirdo.
Like, hey guys. Yeah, dude. Sorry, guys. Sorry, bruv. But no, Dad, not to keep blowing smoke up your ass, but that's fucking great. That's great, and I hope that it's a thing that you guys do yearly, the convention, not persisting.
Oh, the convention. I completely lost track of what we were talking about.
Yeah, no, obviously the fisting got in the way of that, but it's such a good thing, dude. Let's stop talking about fisting and go back to your fucking convention, right?
What the fuck?
Isn't that great? I just segued right into it. Oh no, let's stop talking about fisting. The magic.
convention.
What's the name of it? It's just Magic Con or fucking?
It's called the Magic Convention.
The Magic
Magic
Convention.
Podcast.
Fuck's sake, bro! I'm out here trying to be like it's this is a wonderful idea, and then just it's the Magic Con. It's the Magic Convention.
Yeah.
Like at least I thought you would have called it something like fucking edgy and rock and roll. Like it's the fucking dude. Come to the I can't even improv a good title.
It should have been called 2.5 Men. If you're coming.
2.5 Men. Yeah, if I'm coming, and I'm coming hard, baby. I'm good. But I just hope it becomes a thing. I really do. I really do, because conventions, dude, I talk so much shit. About magicians, well deserved. But when I first went to a Magi Fest, I think all the way back in 2017, I was incognito, pun intended. Get incognito, like what you did with. Anyways, so
lads.
with my mom, it was such a culture shock to me to see, everyone there kind of jamming ideas, very positive, overwhelmingly like just do it. And it's great to have one that's not just full of cunts, because if people are interested in paying $50 or 50 quid for this shit, it's like-minded people, which I would think are the best of the best. Because usually, in a lot of these conventions, there's a schmorminess, there's a sort of a cliqueness where, you have that little group, and then there's this, and then there's sort of, At the end of the day, we do magic tricks. There shouldn't be any elitism because we're doing fucking magic tricks. Like there's no need for you to bring in your ego just because you've been told you invest
we're not doing anything special. We're not we are court jesters.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't doctors.
I think it's a wonderful
thing. Donate shit to charity. We're not changing the world to make it a better place. Mostly it's
male nurses.
And we are just there for ourselves. So that's why I find it so strange when there's any form of like, I'm better than you. Imagine like, dude, you do realize that you're also a magician. Like,
yeah. At the end of the day, what are we doing? We're doing card tricks. We're doing fucking magic. Like we're lying to people on a daily basis, and it's not anything to hold yourself higher than any other human. The advice that I always tell everybody is be a person first, and you'll be a better magician. The better you are as a person, the better you become as a magician. The better you become as a magician, the worse you become as a person.
I love that you say that as somebody who actively uses slurs.
Well, I use them because people deserve them. There's a difference, Lloyd. If you cut me off in traffic, I'm never going to use a slur for its intended audience. That's racist, right? But if you cut me off in traffic, right?
Okay, just so you guys know, just had a
Convention is moving, Dave.
I've just had a phone call from Owen at the
because we're so excited.
No, I've just had a phone call from Owen at the Ruisley Rose, and he's sorted it all out, and he's moved them to September, and the contract is going to be sent later on today, and I will just sign it and send it back. Job done.
And once it's signed, we can announce the third lecturer after I double check that they are actually going to do it.
Fine.
Fuck you, Lloyd. Fuck you, Lloyd. All right.
He hasn't got the confirmation yet. You fucking
dude. It's a verbal contract.
Apologized and said, by the way, I love the website. It's amazing. So it's all gone. He's already moved them to September.
Do you reckon the guy went off and was like, right, let's check out which one of the two bookings is more legitimate? And he went on the dance website and said, oh fuck, this is a Wix page. And then he went on our website and was like, oh shit, this is fucking okay. Bye.
Shelby wallet. What's this? Shelby wallet. Fuck. I assume that immediately when you sign up for Wix, the first the example they use is the Shelby wallet image. So he didn't even change the image. It's just the pre-populated shit that he's using. GoFundMe. Let's do a GoFundMe for Gaz Lawrence for Squarespace. I think
Let's
is it? $14 a month.
For getting pig cake over here.
We're gonna make pig cake. I mean, oh
my god!
I will move hell and high water to get pig cake over to do his lecture. We can make.
I've already made the money for his flight in ticket sales.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. We'll get him over.
And I might yak on stage, just throw up out of fucking if I eat chicken and waffles again.
Did you just spit on the floor?
I spit my zing, my alp on the table, and my girlfriend's gonna scream at me when inevitably the dog eats it, and has some sort of fucking effect. The amount of times I've been screamed at
so hard in a podcast was so fucking long.
I'm glad I facilitated that with my fucking misery. Dude, you guys...
We have some sort of plan on these podcasts. We've got no fucking plan on this one. It's just the three of us talking complete and total shit that doesn't even really have anything to do with magic. When I left the conversation to confirm the convention, we were talking about double fisting. I don't know where it moved on from there.
To the magic convention.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, it's a logical leap. So I went from double fisting to the logical leap of your Magic Con. And I was judging Lloyd for the name because I thought you guys would have had some fucking like rock and roll name or like.
I like that name, the Magic.
I said 2.5 Men would have been a good alternative.
Now as the budding new member.
2 Men and Shaq's butt plug.
Shaq's butt plug. James Randy's cock convention. I still love that name.
Talking about conventions, weren't you lecturing over the weekend in another country?
I was supposed to be in Czech, but Kaylee had to go to hospital on Friday.
Oh, shit. I was going to say, how did it go? Oh, shit. Is she okay?
Yeah, she had to have she'd been on a wait list for a minor surgery for a while. And it came through on Monday last week that they've got a spot for her. So she's had it and she's all right, but it's just shit timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound like shit timing. Your first lecture ever was in Blackpool, no, Lloyd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then that was I remember. Yeah, we talked about it, and I think it was ultimately a fucking massive success, wasn't it?
It was massive. It was huge.
That's good.
Yes, it's great. I thought that it was it's just funny because I would have thought that
I'm
you were.
British. I'm British. I am unable to give myself
I'll
any
tell you something. At the
self-respect.
session this year, he stole the show.
Yeah.
There was nobody at that convention that was even in the same league as Lloyd's lecture.
Fuck off.
You know what I
Telling
hate?
you, and I would happily sit here and insult you and tell you you're fucking shit. There was nobody at the session convention that was in your league. Fuck me. Josh J was all over you like you were a giant fucking $100 bill afterwards. Like he wanted to wring your ass dry and squeeze you and watch the little fucking golden coins come out like some sort of demented Mario game. Like he watched your fucking lecture and he just saw fucking money. Like that's how good it was.
I feel very comfortable talking about myself. So why do you ask, Pancake? Have you lectured before?
No. I was just asking because I would have thought that you would have been like just seeing the bits and bobs that I have. It would seem to me like you've been lecturing forever.
I've done public speaking quite a few times. I'm super confident to do it. I just don't enjoy it. So I did like a miniature.
You're still not enjoying it because you're putting yourself out there now. Do you still not enjoy it, or have you kind of had a bit of a mindset change?
Yeah, I still don't really enjoy it that much. This is gonna sound. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. It's gonna. Yeah.
No, say it because you look like you were having fun at the session on that stage.
I think, yeah, it was a bucket list thing because every time I used to go to the session, I used to watch these people, and the people who, when you people that lecture at the session are normally like gods of magic, and I was like, fuck, one day if I was ever somehow able to fucking do that, it would sort of give me some confirmation that I've done all right, because I completely doubt myself constantly, and I have massive imposter syndrome. And then so when Andy asked me to do it, I said yes, and as fast as I could before I could back out. And it was just sort of like to give myself some self-confidence. And then, yeah, I have like a bucket list of lectures. I always said it was the same sort of thing. If I could do them, it would be like, okay, yeah, that sort of means you've made it, in a sense, Lloyd. And then I can't say some of the ones I've said yes to for the future, but it's mainly because like I want to like connect more. I'm trying to say this without sound like an arrogant prick. It's like people want to see me lecture live, and so I'm kind of like doing it to sort of fulfill that. But I don't like the travel element of it. It's not for the money because you don't make any like, you know, it's only a couple $100 to lecture, so it's not for the money. I don't enjoy traveling anymore at all. I fucking hate flying anywhere. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, trying to in some way give back a little bit. I just like making tricks in my little magic studio, and I love making videos. So that's what I'd be happiest doing, and I like being with my family. So anything that takes me away from that isn't enjoyable.
What I was gonna say, unfortunately, is actually to do with what you just said, which is doing your little tricks in your fucking hobble. Is that I had a fucking dream with the vanishing elephant, dude. That's how virgin my life has become. That I had a fucking dream where you were showing it to me and shit, and it completely murdered my butthole. And I was like, wait a second, how the fuck? And then you had like a whole line of vanishing like stuff using that same method with the light through the card, with like a whole line of stuff. And that was just, I don't know, you were selling like, oh, vanishing giraffe, vanishing elephant, vanishing like a fucking like a Sharpie cap behind the thing. And then I was just weird. I remember seeing that. I'm like, okay, I just wanted to mention that. That's what I'm dreaming
maybe
about.
your dreams will come true very soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And by dreams, I mean me fucking you.
Yeah, that's definitely it. I wake up just so.
Also, the irony is the best that card with the light that shines through is called a Hofzinger card, and the best use of that card that I've ever seen is by Lloyd, and he showed it me probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and I don't know if it's ever going to see the light of day. Pardon.
I'm giving it away for free on my YouTube. The coin, the key vanish. Have you seen it, Picake?
Key vanish, yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Well, I remember it not being a new thing, that sort of shining behind thing.
This no, but have you
Oh
seen
my
the
God,
one
I
slow
almost
motion
threw
on
up.
vanish?
Oh my God, I almost threw up just now.
Okay, you can see the key under the card and watch what happens in slow motion.
Oh shit. Oh fuck me, dude. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that. Never mind. I must have
Yeah.
confused it. But what the fuck?
And it's not frictioning because it's instantly repeatable. Resets.
Oh my God, I almost yacked. What else? I was gonna fillet you verbally again and then say some shit about
Yeah, I give that away for
your
free on my YouTube channel.
yeah, dude. That's the part that I always
You're
I
like
was
the
talking to
Robin
Lloyd.
Hood of magic.
You're every single thing that you've put out that's like a gimmick, the tic tac thing. I remember seeing that, and I'm like, how do you even like think? Oh, okay, let me just tinker and do this, and it's so visual. You had the I think we saw inklings of it with when you were first putting out like the visual stuff on Illusionist. That's the first time I saw it, right? Even with that shitty card, the chroma thing, and it's just thinking on a different level. And I remember when you were sort of being aggressive about YouTube, that I was thinking, dude, he could sell each and every single one of these tricks individually, and you're putting them out for free on YouTube. Fuck off.
Oh, that's way too kind. Honestly, it's because for years, like every idea I had and shared in my little with the people I used to work with, it was like, oh, I've got to find a way to turn this into money and a product. And I felt like some of the stuff that went out there wasn't worth being a product, but I had to keep my job,
Right.
and I wanted to, yeah. And I also felt like there was a big like trend of everyone sort of selling downloads for sort of magic tricks, and I thought loads of them were shit. I thought, well, if I give away as much as I can to say sorry for the stuff that I felt like I'd been forced to put out, and also in a very arrogant sense, I'm saying this, but like try and raise the bar a little bit in terms of what should be monetized. You know, say like, look, if I'm giving this stuff away for free, then maybe you guys should stop selling that shit. You know,
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
only put a price tag on the stuff that's you know that's really changing the game a little bit. So I tried to do that, but
Let me
you know.
ask you, because again, I'm being ignorant here, even though I've showed my stuff. But you share sort of more aggressive ideas on your Patreon.
Yeah, so the stuff, so that's it. That kind of like separates, like if it's like if you think what I do on YouTube is good, then what I do on Patreon is what I mean by like there's certain stuff that like that is worth paying for, I think.
Okay. Yeah, which is crazy considering that I think
Tell you
people would
something,
pay for the.
Jake, the very best coining bottle I've ever seen is on Lloyd's Patreon. It is the best coining bottle I've ever seen.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's it's a weird thing now too, right? Just the self-publication, the ability to self-publish, I think is something it's a double-edged sword, because we have what is the possibility for a lot of shit and not good content and just money grabs and but on the other side of the coin we have what is quality content that's not it's not necessarily having to go through a magic company like it used to be. Like you used to only be able to do things through the major three, and then if not, you're fucked. You're not going to make any money on it. Like what the fuck were you going to make on?
I just had this conversation with someone recently who was going to put a product out with a company, and had gotten through some of the phases of production, and they called me and was like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna, things have happened, and I think I'm gonna go solo." And 5 years ago, we would have been like, don't fucking bother going solo because you need that big marketing push from those companies that have these big email lists and things. And nowadays, like if you look at Damien Sir's Diminish trick. Have you seen that trick called Diminish that he put out in Blackpool?
The deck? Yeah.
The deck that vanishes, right? So good. He has an Instagram page, and I think it's like a private page, and he like basically doesn't essentially have a social media. He made the account, doesn't really use it comparatively to big players in the game. He put up a reel of that, or someone else put up a reel. I think he put up the reel though. Got over 1 million views on the video, selling them faster than he can fucking make them. Vanishing Elephant. Okay, I do have a bigger profile, but the sales figures that the Vanishing Elephant has done, I've only ever seen that through big magic companies in the past. And now, like if you look at people like Damien Sir, like you just don't really need for one-off very. I don't mean to big my own shit up, but for one-off very good products. If nowadays, because social media is so powerful and the way algorithms work, it doesn't matter if you're fucking the Brad Pitt of magic and everybody in the world knows who your name is, or if you're just somebody that's like walked out of their house and just found the internet for the very first day. If the trick is good, it will immediately blow up online. And if there's a link to buy it, it doesn't matter if that web page is Penguin Magic or a Wix page. Legitimately, it does not matter if it's a Wix site. If it's there, it's good. That's all you need now. You don't need the backing of big companies.
On the flip side of that, I will say one thing, and I agree with you. And I've had people ask me over and over again, "Oh, Craig, you've got high profile with Magic TV and everything that you do. You're everywhere. Why do you go through companies? Why do you not produce it yourself? Should you make more money and blah, blah, blah?" My main reason is, you know how fucking busy I am. The
time
flip
saving.
side is when you do it on your own, you have to do all of the work. You have to make all of the gimmicks. I saw how hard you were working with those fucking elephants, Lloyd.
Oh, nearly killed me, Julie. Nearly killed us.
Yeah, you were up 20 hours a day every single day. I came around your house while you were making elephants, and Kaylee was fucking drowning. Your entire kitchen had turned into a sweatshop. Like, and you've got to do all of the marketing yourself. You've got to do it. But the big thing is, you've got to deliver on your promises. You've got to get this shit over to the end user. You've got to get to the post office. For the best fucking will in the world, my team are busy doing other shit. I am the most disorganized motherfucker in the world. I can't even fucking book a venue for a magic convention, apparently. So
all the lecturers.
The Rudley Rose Theater.
Yeah, so
I have to look it up.
The problem is, I've seen so many people kind of fuck their reputation up when they've tried to go solo. You know, we've Justin Miller has had this in the past, and he's an incredible creator. Blake Voigt has had this in the past. Daniel Madison have had this in the past. People have got incredible reputations, and then they decide to go solo and not go through a company, and they don't deliver the products, and the entire community is pissed off. And I know I wouldn't be organized enough to go solo and get that stuff out to people in any sort of time that would make them happy. That's why I will never go solo. I haven't got the resources.
Yeah, you got to be mentally and in a sense physically prepared to if you're going to go solo. If you have a good trick, a really fucking good trick, or a trick that you know is going to sell well, because there's two different things as well sometimes. If you have a really good end user product that you know is going to sell, then think long and hard. Yeah, because like the names you've mentioned have had issues with fulfillment or coming through with the goods. Some people's entire careers have gone down the path. Like look at Dave Forrest. Like look at what happened with his Kickstarter and what's gone south with that. So you got to be mentally prepared. I knew for me with the Vanishing Elephant, it was the right time to finally go solo. Everyone said to me like, "Lord, you should have gone solo." I should never have like started working on Illusionist, but I had a company called Enigma then. And the guy that I run the company with ended up, it went south. Yeah. And honestly, I could have gone solo a long time ago, but I think I would have followed in the footsteps of those people that didn't, that have had the problems. So, but now, like we said, we're aiming to deliver or sending out our pre-orders by 1st of May or 1st of March, whatever it was. And we started sending out a week early. I wanted to like under promise, over deliver. And it took me, I'm 37. It took me my entire adult life to get there. And I didn't rush it. So yeah, going solo is good, but you better be damn fucking sure you really have thought it through and prepared for it. So yeah, so for someone like Craig, you're saying, you have your fingers in so many different pies. It makes no sense for you to try and go solo because you realistically you have to put off all your other work, or something would have to give and not come through.
Oh, going back to
like me in my position,
look at that. Like even someone like Unnamed, that his marketing was essentially like, "Hey guys, here's my friend making a post in the Magic Cafe. Look at that shit. That guy's made fucking apparently a fuck ton of money from just what is an idea, just because of the marketing behind it. It was a different type of marketing, but fuck, still worked. That's
it worked to an extent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
he's not going to lose. There's no possibility for him to lose if he's being truthful and honest and forthcoming. There's no way that he could lose. The only people that could lose are the people that bought it. And even then, that guy has an out with the JERX. And even if he doesn't buy it, he still had made money, Unnamed Magician, on this, more than he would have made ever in any sort of approaching a magic company with the idea or going through the usual means of it. So it's worked out for him. So it's just funny to see that now. But again, you also have the possibility of people just putting out shit just for the sake of it, without having a conviction, just because they can make a quick buck.
Yeah.
So that's the shitty part.
This is like the other thing, like I've thought about, which is like I did the Vanishing Elephant. I could have by this point sold like put out 2 more projects, at least in like the types in like the sort of with the workload that I did at Murphy's and the turnover output amount. Going solo, people are like could have gone like the route of just like, okay, next month is a next trick, next month is another trick, next month is another trick. But I don't want to be a sellout, so I've kept doing free tutorials, kept doing free things, and only when the time's right and I've got something that is worth monetizing or turning into a product is when it'll be. Because I put out I think it was January 16th was the first sale of the elephant. I think something like that.
Okay.
That was like 4.5 months ago. I just don't want to become that guy who's just selling just to pay bills. Like it's just got to be good or it's not coming out.
What I was gonna tell you too, which I guess I've only ever heard through it. I've never had the experience of working with like a major magic company. Again, I made some videos for Illusionists, but that's not even employment in any capacity. But the story that I've heard
you did the lighter through the coin thing through.
But I did it through Alakazam, and again, they produced a phenomenal quality product. They included. They didn't have to include $50, and they included $50. The packaging is great, and everything is perfect, right? But what I was going to mention is the other side of that, which I've heard many times from people that I've worked with major companies. I'm not going to name specifics, but you have an idea, and here's what you provide. Here's the prototype. Here's what it looks like, and then at the end, what ends up being produced is shit because of cost-cutting measures in order to make these, 1,000 units of this item, and it's not what you came up with. And I remember that being the Mr. Blonde ordeal that happened not so long ago, that I believe, if I'm incorrect, just please interrupt me, that he had a prototype that was a working thing, and that ended up being produced in mass, and then that was shit because it didn't work. So it's a sort of similar thing to other people in my experience that I've worked with major magic companies, where they say, here's an idea, and it's wonderful, it's well crafted, it's well thought out, and then what they get at the end of the day from the magic company after they've produced it through their contacts or it's shit. It's because of your prototype might have cost us.
I think with him, wasn't it that the people that give quotes and testimonials, it looked better, and the video, they never actually had it. They all got shown a video.
Yeah,
that one got it. It was like, oh, okay, this is not good.
Yeah, it doesn't work from this side or this side. So it's just, now it's real mind reading. Yeah, so it's one of those. But again, that could be a direct cause of maybe when they mass produced it, this fucking shit. It's not what the quality, because the company is trying to.
Thing with major companies, like depending on who you work with, because unless you're not doing it for like profit or royalty, but like the cost of goods on a product. Well, you look at Murphy's as an example, right? It's a recent example. They have to make a profit on the product because that's a business. Business is not a dirty word. The magic shop who sells the product has to make a profit on it, right? Because business. And then also, if there's an artist involved, they have to make a fair amount of money on it also. So you look at a product that's $35. 3 people have to make a cut off of that, right? And then you also have to somehow have money left over to make the thing and the packaging. You're looking at fuck all. And even if it's like a company that's not a wholesaler, because Murphy's is wholesale, so you remove one element of it, which is the magic shop. So you just have the actual producer or the magic shop, the artist, the physical goods, the product, the cost of goods. So that's 3 ways you've got to break down something like $35 for a product. It's not extremely viable. If you're doing it to make money, if you're doing it to build your profile, and hey, be like, look, I want these magicians to know that my material is worth being seen and is being produced by someone as prestigious as Vanishing Ink or Penguin Magic, and from the back of that, I want to go on lecture tours and then direct people to their own sites, that's a smart option. But it's only the few and far between runaway successes that somebody can put out and make extremely good money on, and then they have to do that 3 or 4 times a year.
It's not easy. It's not easy, and it's you can't really like shit on a company because it's very easy to go, yeah, they're just fucking cutting corners or whatever. It's not really cutting corners. It's, you know, you're at the mercy of whatever the person that you decide to go with as far as the manufacturing of the thing. And if you're promised a certain thing of quality, and it's happened to us with the Psychic Survival Kit, it's something that we're learning. You know, just being 2 blokes trying to produce this thing, that, man, it's not easy because you just assume, okay, here's the thing, here's what we want, produce it. No, they make a prototype. That prototype is sometimes, and it's happened to us, shit. And then imagine we want to produce that, or we want to make fucking 2,000 of those. That's just saying on a you know, as an example, and it's subpar just because of the price. So it's just so much shit, and you don't want to compromise on quality, but at the same time, you also have to think, well, there has to be a middle ground, because if we pay too much, then everyone's fucked, because then there's not going to be enough to produce the other stuff. So it's just, I'm not necessarily just siding with the individual and the creator. I also understand the perspective of the companies as to why they might produce an inferior product as to what they were given initially. I understand that 100%. So it's not me saying, oh, they're the evil empire per se. It's understandable 100%, but
I don't think there's an evil empire per se out of the major magic companies that exist right now. And because it's a business at the end of the day, like that's completely fine to have a business. Some managers get so fucked off about magic companies wanting to earn and pay their fucking staff, and it's so fucking stupid and pig-headed, but to think that way, because they're a business. It's okay to be a business. But yeah, it's a different landscape is the major thing now. If you have the ability and the resources to do things yourself, like fulfillment and everything in between, that I really, unless you don't have, well, yeah, no, I don't. There's not many reasons unless you're someone in a craze position, you know. But if you have the experience, the knowledge, and the drive's a big one. You have to be able to like actually treat it like a job, and then the ability to fulfill things. There's not really a lot of reason to go with a magic company anymore, I don't think.
And it's entire, yeah, even if you don't have to, it's not entire, you could do it on your own. That's the part that's possible. Whereas it wasn't possible 10 years ago. You had to. It's almost like they've set it up so that you had to go through a company. Whereas now, entirely possible to self-produce. And to be fair, you're a perfect example of that, because you do have a high profile because you have worked for pretty much, you know, every major magic company. You know, at a very extensive, not just in passing, like in a very extensive capacity. But that didn't necessarily translate to the effort that you put on your YouTube in blowing that up and getting that to a profile where you can now essentially have something that's comparable to an email list from a magic company. So that's something that you did as an individual, which is entirely possible for anybody else to do on their own as well. It's not just something you could do because you're Lloyd Barnes that worked for Illusionists, that worked for Murphy's, that, you know, it's something that's entirely viable for anyone to fucking do.
Yeah,
and
that's the one thing that gets weird for me when people are like, oh yeah, Lloyd's only successful because he worked for magic companies. It's like, well, if I look at like the sales on the Elephant, like you can see where the traffic comes from on the links. It's all from my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
and I didn't even make a trailer for them. There's literally there's no trailer for the Vanishing Elephant at all. And I started off my YouTube channel because when I quit Illusionist, I didn't even have any equipment. I give it all back. So if you look at my YouTube channel, the first videos are filmed on an iPhone 11. So what I'm saying is there's no excuse. There's no saying like, oh, like maybe I got my first few followers because some people adhere to me, but I worked really hard to make my videos look as good as possible using a fucking phone. And I thought about what I was doing, and I tried to be clever in some of the approaches I took. And anyone can do it. Like anyone, like you've got 60,000 followers on your YouTube channel. That's literally, no offense, that's 3 times the size of Craig's. And but no, what I'm saying is, up until your lighter through coin, which is recent in comparison, you've never had a major magic release. So
never, no.
So if you had a successful product come out on your own site, people wouldn't be able to say, oh, it's only thanks to the big magic companies pushing you. Because like me, you started a YouTube channel as you did it. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I think, yeah, it's just about having like Craig's stuff sells well. People get annoyed that Craig's stuff sells well because they think he's just promoted by the magic companies. It's like, no, it sells well because it's all really fucking good. You look at the top 10 best-selling tricks on any magic website, Craig's pretty much in the top 10 for every single site.
Let's see. Let's
That's not
test
just
that out a
because
bit
they
more.
like him. That's not just because they like Craig.
Bestsellers. We have right here, Chop. Wow, Chop is still fucking on this top list. Fuck me, dude.
Sharpie with a magnet.
Yeah, wow, dude. Fucking you're the masked magician that everybody was shitting on Facebook now. Lloyd. Just casually mentioning the method there. Fuck.
It's a joke. Everyone knows the method of the chop. They buy it for the prop.
So clever, by the way. So fucking clever.
They made Kaylee cry, which pisses me off.
Ties. That's funny. That Ties is number
the
2.
reason why we fell in love. I was like, fuck me, it's not that good.
The thing is though, like, and this, you know, this is advice to anybody who wants to be a creator, wants to make a name in their industry. You know, yeah, magic companies do promote my stuff an awful lot, but you know what gets the majority of people wanting to buy my stuff? My own promotion. A lot of companies work with me because they know I'm going to work my arse off behind the scenes promoting anything that I bring to market because of 2 reasons. 1, I believe in it. If I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't be releasing it. But 2, I enjoy that side of things. I enjoy communicating with my audience and telling them what I've got. You know, I'm the only person that I know of that exposes every single trick I bring out. Every single one of them.
Well, I was the one that did start that at Illusionist.
You told me to start it, but like but nobody else is doing it, thank God. But I do it, 1, because I want to be open with my audience, but 2, it kind of allows me to say, this is the method, now buy it. It's totally up to you. But I put videos out like all the time, and I know that magic companies work with me because 1, I've got a big profile in the industry, but that's not because I worked with magic companies. I didn't get a profile because I worked with those magic companies. I got a profile because I went and worked my ass off and built a YouTube channel, which then gave me a profile, which meant magic companies want to come and work with me. You know, the amount of people that contacted me all the time and they say, oh, can you introduce me to this company? Can you introduce me to that company? Can you introduce me to this company? I'm like, you just want to be so good that they can't ignore you. Just be everywhere. Go out and create your own brand. That's what you've done, Pig Cake. That's what you've done, Lloyd. That's what I've done. We've created our own brand in this industry that's separate to all these production companies.
And it's entirely possible. It's not like an unattainable goal. Although it's funny because I do when you were talking earlier about goals and we were talking about lectures, I have a goal that I can't do anymore, but I want to do, like I want to produce, which is I want to do an LNL publishing video. Like I want it to be a DVD. I want it to have the same camera quality as I want to hire like a really jolly black man to sit next to me and like an attractive looking stripper, like David from LNL, and have that same audience, but like me, and then do the same pans that Louis Falanga would do in the original ones. I want to do those. So that's a bucket list item, but that's gonna come with like stupid production because what I have to fucking essentially replicate the set, do it that way. So that's something that I've always wanted to do, which is not possible anymore unless you go through the route of producing it to make it look like a fucking,
which would be hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah, I want to do that. I fucking, that's what my goal is to be able to at least produce something to that effect and make it, look exactly like one of those old things. Even make DVDs, which I don't think anybody would be able to play.
I would buy a ticket for that.
I would 100% get this motherfucker.
Yeah, I still, those are the best, man. Those are honestly the best, those old LNL tapes. And I loved it because one of them, the very best of Jay Sankey, he looks at a guy and says, "Are you retarded?" That to me, this is one of my ringtones to this day, is Jay Sankey going, "Dude, are you retarded?" And the guy going,
but people always forget the second part of that. He goes, yeah, are you retarded? And then he goes, oh, I'm sorry, that's not very PC. And he looks at it right in his face. He goes, are you an idiot?
Yeah. Yeah. God, classic, man. Fuck. But even that wonderful set of tapes, very best of Jay Sankey, Visions of Wonder, the Australian ones. I lived off of those when I was younger. So I would love to replicate that to some capacity. But I think it'll be something that gets like 10 people off, like for them to go, haha, that's funny. And then that's it. You know, I have no massive appeal, but to me, it'll be so worth it just because of having that format.
If it worked, you could use. Oh no, I was gonna say you could use AI and AI your face onto it, and then just like cut to just create the front drop. You know?
Yeah. Fuck, dude, sucks, dude. That sucks. Who bought them? I think that actually bought LNL.
Murphy's,
really? Fuck, dude.
That's
Okay.
how come, Murphy's end up buying the rights to most shit. They've got the rights to all of the L&L stuff. They've bought all of the Daryl range and Verdi range.
Wow.
They
That's
a lot of stuff.
I still want to replicate that. Yeah. Now I thought it would have been Big Daddy Nardi that bought it.
I was shocked when Alakazam got the 1914. I thought it would have been. I thought it would have been Murphy's, to be honest.
I'm telling you, he's coming up, man. I can't wait for Nardi to be the unabashed ruler of the Magic scene.
I wish somebody would pull their fucking finger out. And I've been predicting in my end of year predictions every year for the last 3 years that it would be Vanishing Ink, but I don't know if Andy and Josh are going to pull that trigger. But somebody needs to go and buy the fucking rights to Scott Alexander's range of products and bring them back.
Oh, really? Yeah.
When you make all that sweet money from the court case, when you win back your fees, why don't you do it?
I don't even want to count that until I'm so fucking stressed about that whole thing. I'm so fucking stressed. It's so stressful. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a video later this week with an update for everybody because there have been updates. I mean, you're aware of them. But
there's a YouTuber that's made a random outside. There's a law channel that's picked up the case for what it's worth. Craig showed me earlier, and he covers it for like 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours of discussing the visit.
No.
And this guy is aware of who Craig's lawyer is and stuff, and it's called, what's it called?
Runkle of the Bailey. Runkle, Runkle.
Basically, he's just like, you girls fuck. Runkle.
Really? Let me see if I can find it. Runkle. Is that like uncle, but with an R in front of it?
R-U-N, R-U-N-K-L-E, I think.
Okay, so he's edgy. Runkle, okay. Now I'm getting Magic the Gathering. I'm getting your video. I'm getting Scandal Revealed. You got me.
So the guy is called, his username is Runkle of the Bailey.
Okay.
Let me find you his at. His at is at R-U-N-K-L-E of the Bailey. And then if you click on live on his live videos, it was the video posted 7 days ago.
I've just sent you a link on the WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm seeing it here. Runkle of the Bailey.
Videos are available? Wait. Oh no, it's available. I thought you might have taken the video down.
No.
Here he's talking about reviewing this Braun versus Day Elite.
There's a comment on there. The comment says, it's like in bullet point. It's got a quote saying, "This company is abusing." Oh, it means like Yigal. This company is abusing lawsuits for bullying. Company sues critic. Critic goes to court. Critic walks up to the stand and just says, "Case in point." Critic dropped like water.
Oh, you put it on the chat. You know what would have been funny had you sent a lemon party? Oh no, you sent the unnamed guy on the chat. And you got me with the same bit. But you said this on his live?
It's a live video, yeah.
Yeah, it was a live video 7 days ago.
This guy's like a legal streamer or something. So it might get picked up by more cases, more channels.
Let me see here.
Because in the outside community looking in, it's kind of a fascinating thing, isn't it? Like two magicians.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, Rinky Dinky that he's talking about. Petty's Gifts and Go. Oh, that's funny. What I immediately click on minute 23 and it's Yagama Sika's name fucking spelt incorrectly. but I assume that that's just this guy's notes on this shit. I should have made more videos on my Yagamasuka account, to be honest. I should have made like more fucking videos as him, like AI myself as Yagal, rather than just incite Craig on his live stream, because that's all I made that account for. I love it when I just to have context there, I made an account called Yagamasuka where I spelled Masika incorrectly, and I was commenting as him on the live stream that I think you had not so long ago, or maybe a year ago, and people were like, "Dude, fuck you, man. Dude, you piece of shit." And I'm like, you know what? See you in court, mate. See you in court. You're on the list. You're on the fucking list.
Sued for that now.
Sure, dude, he'll get nothing from me. I was like, I told Craig, I'm like, you know what, Craig? I'll see you in the food court, which I thought was a wonderful line. I thought that was just top tier echelon of comedy. But I got some people being like, yo, fuck you, man. You fucking piece of shit, dude. I'm like, dude, it's not even
a crayons.
Yeah. But like, it's not even a good parody of this fucking YouTube account. Fuck. Like, it's not even accurate. You click on it and it's like, oh, made a day ago or made 4 hours ago. You know, like, all right, dude, come on, have a little bit of thought. But then again, they are magicians, so what do you expect?
Fucking hell. Well, can we wrap this shit show up or what?
Yeah, well, we now have. Do you want to announce the fourth name, or you want to like?
We'll get that confirmation signed, that contract signed, I reckon.
Oh, no problem. It's all good. He's called me back.
We're just edging everyone. We're edging our listeners.
It's a shit show, but you know what? It's been an interesting episode. It's been amazing. Big Cake, thank you for once again being with us, being the third wheel, being
Mouse Contier.
Yeah, being the
Mouse Contier.
Yeah. We'll be back next week with another podcast. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, do a couple of things for me. First of all, go and sign up to Lloyd's Patreon, because it's fucking amazing, and then go sign up to Pig Cake Academy, best value in magic, right there. Just go to his YouTube channel. We'll put the link down below in the description.
It is actually phenomenal, and you'll learn so many tricks, so many slides. It's fucking great.
It's
Thank you, lads. I love you guys. You guys are like my dads that I never had.
You're more than welcome.
You got him now.
Yeah.
And then buy a ticket to the convention, even if you don't want to come, but you want to see Pig Cake come over to the UK.
Yeah, come on. Let's finance Pig Cake.
Be treated like a human butt plug.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun, lads. I'll be more than honored to do a lecture surrounded by the best of the rest.
Absolutely. This is other magic convention. This is the ultimate magic convention. This is the exact opposite to the session.
Pig Cake After Dark.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
We need to do like an after party, a Pig Cake, like just
Pig Cake's lemon party.
Lemon party at Witherspoons. Takeover. We'll have a takeover at Witherspoons. Fuck yeah.
Nice. Dude. Fuck yes. Right. Lloyd, wrap it up.
Have a shit week, you bunch of clowns. If you're listening to this, which nobody fucking is, if you are listening to this, comment the word. What's a good word people can comment to prove they've got this far?
Lemon party.
Comment lemon party down below if you've got this far. And remember, don't fuck any more kids.
Great advice.
Words to live by.
Okay.
Words to live by. We'll be back next week, assuming we haven't been cancelled. Until then, thanks for watching. I'm Craig. And on behalf of Lloyd and Pig Cake, we are out, motherfuckers.
We apologize for disrupting your normal daily schedule. You may now relax, tuck your deck back in, and resume your regular day-to-day life. Remember to subscribe to be notified the moment each new episode goes live every Wednesday. And join our Facebook group to continue the conversation. The link is in the description to this podcast. Thank you for listening to The Magic Podcast.